We always appreciate the opportunity to visit with the head coach of the Lions opponents each week. And this week, that's Jeff Dixon, head coach and associate athletic director at Southwest Christian School in Fort Worth. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thank you for the invite. Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, Coach, I always start with the most important stuff first, and that's your family. Tell us a bit about the Dixon family, if you would, as a way of introduction.
Well, thank you. I've certainly been blessed. My wife and I went to high school together, and
Wow.
so we've been married. It will be 40 years in July.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing. She's a coach's daughter, and swore she'd never marry a coach. They moved a bunch of places, as and that just happens in this profession. But
Right.
yeah, she's my best friend. We have three children, uh, and two of them are grown and in the work world, and um, both of them graduated from Alvarado High School, and my third uh, is a senior this year at Alvarado. But Maggie uh, Howard, now she's married to Keegan, who's a coach at White Brewer High School. It's White Settlement ISD,
Okay.
and my daughter Maggie is the CTE director there. She's moved up the ladder pretty quick in the education world and does a great job
That's
for
great.
them. And they have two kids, Cassius and Miss Odessa. So two grandbabies there, 7 and 3, if I get that right. Uh,
Awesome.
they are a joy. And then my oldest son works and coaches with me. Um, I had the joy of coaching him while in Alvarado. Um, and so he married his high school sweetheart, Brandy, and she coaches here with us as well. Uh,
Wow.
and so Tyler and Brandy and Everly is their child, is grand baby number 3. She's a joy. In fact, she turned 8 years old yesterday. Had a
Wow.
softball game and had 2 hits, and she's pretty amazing. And she
That's awesome.
attends Southwest Christian School here too. And then Faith uh, is my youngest. She's 18. She's just a beautiful young lady. She's a drum major for the Alvarado Golden Warrior Band. And when I made the transition from retirement to here, she stayed put, which I'm glad she did. She. It's rare in the coaching world for children to start kindergarten and finish uh,
Mm.
through their senior year, and she's been able to do that. So what a blessing.
That's great. Well, so cool that your son's coaching with you. And I'm a grandparent myself. And if anybody had told me what that was going to be like, I would have skipped being a parent and gone straight to being a grandparent if I could.
Yeah,
So
no
there's
doubt.
nothing like it. Well,
That's
Coach, you're in your first year at Southwest Christian, but this is by no means your first rodeo. And you talked about coming out of retirement. You've really had a storied career. You were a member of the South Lake Carroll first state championship coaching staff in '88. You coached at Katy High School there in their 2000 and 2003 state championship years. You graduated from Katy High School. You've been inducted into the Katy ISD Sports Hall of Honor as both a player and a coach. You were a member of Sam Harrell's staff at Ennis reaching the state semifinals in 1999. And you coached at Alvarado, where you were the longest tenured and winningest head coach in their history. You all competed in the state playoffs for 13 years, winning district titles in 4 of those years. And then the 2000 team reached the state semifinals. The 2011 team played for a state championship. I mean, I need to catch my breath here and let you talk. I mean, I'm out of breath here. What are some of your highlights and your favorite memories from your coaching career?
well, well, you you pegged it there. I have been blessed in this profession, and I recognize that. I got into it almost 40 years ago because I love competing. I love the game. But it didn't take me long to realize that coaching is a calling, and those kids that you coach, many of them don't have uh, a family structure,
Mm,
at least that I was accustomed to, and many of them don't have a dad, and certainly on the, the public school side of it is very prevalent, and so that, yeah, my desire for coaching changed really my first year or two. And but it's, being a part of South Lake's first state title as a young guy, and I recognize it now. I don't know if I recognized it so much uh, then, but Bob Ledbetter, Hall
Mm.
of Honor coach, uh, um, he's built that program, by the way, and he's a staple in this area,
Mm-hmm.
really all over the state. And he was my first mentor. How about that? And then Steve Lineweaver was the offensive coordinator. Went on to be the head coach at Euless Trinity, and he's a Hall of Honor coach. And Kenny Cook is a Hall of Honor coach. He was the defensive coordinator there. It's amazing the people I've been associated with, and then to leave there and go home was a pretty neat thing to do. It's not always easy to go home, but
Right.
to be a part of that staff, and Mike Johnston, Hall of Honor coach, and Gary Joseph, and just to coach there for 9 years, and to experience some success we had. I learned a ton about X's and O's, obviously, but more than anything, those guys I've learned how to treat people, and kids, and then the staff at Ennis, with Sam and crew, maybe the best staff I've been a part of. So what a joy. So then the last, prior to retirement, I spent 17 seasons in Alvarado, and God opened that door, and we left Katy, and so we moved, and we were able to leave, and my children were able, much smaller school now than Katy, and my son was a middle school, junior high, seventh grader. My middle daughter at that time was fourth grade. Well, they were able to enjoy extracurricular more than just one thing. I mean,
Right.
my daughter was a drum major. She ran track. She played golf. She was a cheerleader. My son played football. I did powerlifting. He was in the band. He played golf. And at Katy, that's like a university. It's so big.
Right.
Those big schools, you can't do that. But they were able to enjoy that piece. And same with my young daughter right now. She's soccer and drum major. So for 17 seasons, I served there as their AD and their head football coach, and a beautiful community. Uh, they were good to me and my family, and we've had some good years there, and not so good years, but that it's a great place, and we still live there. Um, so I retired. It was time. I thought, and I wasn't 6 months into a retirement to where I realized that, goodness, I'm not really ready for this. So then the good Lord opened this door, and let me tell you, it's different. I've not the private school. If you didn't know, private school is different than public.
For sure.
And what Southwest Christian School doesn't have to answer to state mandates, and so that's a different deal now in the classroom.
Yeah.
And then not just in the classroom, but the Southwest Christian. We are a Christian private school, and it's an expectation to reflect that. And as an
Sure.
educator here, and what a joy that's been to be able to come in and be able to openly. Of course, I always have, but to be expected to openly share your faith
Yeah.
has been a pretty cool thing. And so this is not really my first year; it's my second season.
Okay. Okay.
In this piece. Now we've got work to do athletically, and
Yeah.
Tracy Howard is athletic director, and what a blessing! And he is a uh, great leader, and he has a vision. And so not a lot of talking on my part, but I get the opportunities to private school. That's fine, but football's football,
Right.
and kids are kids, and I still get a chance to be a part of that. And so that drives me. I feel like God's still using me. And
Sure.
the longer I've stayed in this profession, now I get to be one of those mentors, like Bob Ledbetter was to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as an associate AD, I get to do that. I oversee the middle school here, and then the high school staff, the football staff piece. So anyway, that's a Jeff Dixon in a nutshell. So
That's awesome. Well, we'll talk about you taking over the program there at Southwest Christian. I think when you take over a program and you're in your, first couple of years, I think there's a million things you have to get in place to find success. Certainly establishing a culture, the culture that you want is paramount, but it takes time to build a winner in high school football, doesn't it? I mean, what's your advice to all the armchair quarterbacks and the Saturday morning critics on what it takes to build a winning program? Because I think everybody has an idea of like, oh, we should have done this last night, or why is he running this play? I mean, it takes time to get a really your system in place, doesn't it?
well, it does, and hey, not just the high school ranks, but from the NFL on down. It's all relative, but it does take time. There's it's daunting task. Um, Such a high calling though, and the coaching piece is an unbelievable platform to mentor young ones, and but it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't, and the schemes. I mean, you can win state championships. You go back and do your research every year, from the spread to the wing tee to the eye to the wishbone. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's your ability to uh, get kids to run through a brick wall for you, and more times than not, you're having to do that with average athletes. Now,
Right.
there's an occasional years where you're really blessed with a lot of talent, but not in the high school ranks. More times than not, you're having to go average kids and go compete, and then uh, in the private school world, the academics are uh, the rigors a little bit more, and so
Mm-hmm.
you add that on top of X's and O's and scheming. Those are all challenges that you face, but it's you don't change it in October, November. You
Right.
change it in March, April, May, June, July, and so those obviously those you need days for that, and it
Sure.
doesn't happen overnight.
Right. Well, you talked about something earlier, and I want to ask you about it. There's probably no greater influence in the life of a young man or woman than a coach or a teacher who really pours into them and influences them for the cause of Christ. What do you want your legacy to be? Or maybe I should ask it this way: what sort of influence do you want to leave on the players that play for you?
Well, that's a good question, and I'll answer it this way maybe. And the was it when I was a younger coach, I didn't quite get it. Um, and so I'm serving as a first year head coach years back, and I'm grinding, and I'm at a convention, and I'm in the lobby of the hotel, and I'm planning for staff meetings the next day, and Charlie Vineyard, okay, coaching colleague, friend of mine. At the time, he didn't work. I didn't work with him, but he came in at midnight, saw me working. What are you doing? I told him. He said, let me tell you, Coach Dixon. He said um, you just need to understand that when uh, all is said and done, and you get to meet our creator, he's not going to be concerned about how many state championships you have. He's going to know how many lives have you influenced for him. And I took that to heart. And so
Wow.
ultimately, that's it. It's not W's. It's have I been able to reflect Christ to those I work with and those that I serve, and that's my legacy. I hope.
Amen, man. What a great legacy to leave. Well, shift gears a little bit. I'm going to shift over to some X's and O's here and talk about your team for a second. You've got a sophomore quarterback in Eli Huffstetler leading the offense, and Robert Jones II has been an effective weapon for you on both sides of the ball. Talk a little bit about their play for you so far this season.
Yeah, they've stepped up. and Eli's done an amazing job. You know, we had a returning in Wyatt Aberhoff was a returning starter for us. He's as quarterback. He was a senior, and he tore his ACL early in the season, and so Eli was competing already for that position. And Eli joined us a year ago. He and his family moved to this area, and we were blessed to get them to come join our program. And Eli studies the game. He's a fierce competitor, extremely sharp, and throws the ball well. And he's just a sophomore. Anytime you get a young one like that, you can build your scheme and your offense around him. And so we're starting to do that. And each week he's improved and getting better. He manages the huddle well. You sure couldn't tell that he was a sophomore.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, on Rob Jones or on that piece, we're going to run a football, and in my belief, it doesn't matter if it's the NFL or NCAA teams that run the ball typically win, and teams that stop the run typically win. And so having a guy that's not afraid to hit it downhill and run north and south and be physical in what we do helps. And so we're blessed not just to have one, but we got several. We have three, and Rob's a senior. He joined our program in the spring from Nolan Catholic. But then we also have Braxton Smith, who's an unbelievable talent. He's just a junior. And we have Hudson Hayes, who's a freshman. That is, man, he's an SES person, and he's going to be here, and he's done well. So knowing that we have those guys in place, is good.
Well, defensively, William Taplett, you mentioned Braxton Smith a while ago. Austin Levens have really stood out, along with junior cornerback Walton Bailey. What have you seen out of your defense this year that's really encouraged you?
We're tackling a little better, and our kids are creating some turnovers. Our secondary play in this league, goodness, folks throw the ball and they throw it so well, and so that's an area where we needed to improve, and I think we have. And Walton and Braxton both are anchors back there, and they're both young, and so that bodes well for us in the future. And then when you look at our linebacker core, we had Colton Cook as another captain senior who went down his first or second scrimmage this season, and just a horrible ankle break, and that required surgery the next day. It was season ending for him. So we lost two of those captains. He was an anchor, staple for us on defense. Well, when you lose somebody like that, it's tough. And Austin Levens just stepped right in and done amazing. And he's a junior as well. He's a technician. He plays hard. He'll run through a wall for us. We just point him to the direction. He does what we ask him to, and he's learning the game. I don't think he played before last year ever.
Wow.
And so he's really improved as a football player and done well. And Will Taplett is a leader on our team. He's a captain, and again, he didn't play a year ago, so we were able to get him back out, and he could play on any of those teams that you mentioned that I'd been. Will could step in and play at any of those places. He's a physical ball player. He's smart, and he leads, and he's a competitor.
Well, it should be a good one this Friday night between two teams that really want and need their first win in district. Coach Dixon, man, you're a man of integrity and a brother in Christ. We really appreciate you and just so gracious been with your time today. So good luck to you and your team the rest of the season.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the invite. And I don't know if I'll get a chance to shake your hand and meet you Friday, but if I do, I will. And so thank you for the interview.
Well, it's been an honor. That's Southwest Christian head coach Jeff Dixon. The Bobby Holland Show is next, followed by your Lions hosting the Eagles for a homecoming matchup at Grapevine Ford Field. All of that is next right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
Time for a weekly sit down with the head coach of the Grapevine Faith Lions here on the Bobby Holland Show. And Coach, appreciate the time as always. We're just going to jump right into it. Another tough one on the chin against a very strong, very big All Saints team last week. What was your assessment of that game as you look back at it?
Well, they're a really good football team. We've got a lot of respect for their program and their players, and they were as good as advertised. I thought that we were able to do some successful things on defense and on offense. I think our players played hard and with good effort, and I challenged them to look at the game as, hey, this is where we aspire to be at as a football program, and we're never going to get there if we don't start rising up and meeting the competition. I think our players took that step last week. There was no quitting in them, so I was proud of their effort. But they're a really good team.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the Saints defense has to be one of the top in the state. They did a good job of limiting your effectiveness and moving the football.
Mm-hmm.
Held you to 107 yards passing, 26 yards on the ground. I know that had to be frustrating because I know that's not what you dialed up for the game.
Sure. You go into every game expecting to win and expecting to be successful, and when you're not, it is frustrating. But you also try to seek opportunities to learn from it. Just to get frustrated and not have any learning attached to it doesn't get you anywhere.
Sure.
So,
well, you've already had some injuries, and we're missing the likes of regulars Charlie Donovan, Christian Corley. But a scary moment in the second quarter when running back Jace Walker went down after a helmet-to-helmet hit. Other guys are forced to step up in those situations, and unfortunately, injuries are part of the game. But thankfully, Jace is okay. I know he's on week to week right now. But how much did his loss impact your offensive play calling, do you think?
Well, it does limit you because Jace is a really talented football player. He can do a lot as a running back. He can do a lot as a receiver. So when you take him out of the equation, that's a lot of choices off the board. So, but we're thankful that he's getting better every day, and I think he's going to be okay. But that was a scary moment.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, All Saints 6-0 on the season, likely to go undefeated. But let's turn the page on that. Let's look ahead to this week's game against Southwest Christian. It's homecoming week here at Grapevine Faith. And I'm wondering, do you have any favorite homecoming memories yourself? You played in high school, you played in college. When you think back to homecoming games, were they just another game on the schedule, or do you have some fond memories of some specific homecoming moments for you?
Well, as a player, I don't think I ever approached a homecoming game any differently than the rest, just because it was homecoming. But I think the week leading up to it was always really exciting, and the homecoming dance was always really fun. My senior year, I got to be on the homecoming court, so that was pretty cool. But we lost on that night, and so that's kind of my biggest memory. I wouldn't call that a fond memory, but I think we had 3 turnovers inside the 10, or I guess 1 turnover inside our 10, 2 turnovers inside of their 10. So I think we had over 400 something yards of offense and yet lost the game. It was against Grapevine High School. They went on to win the state championship that year. That was a really good team, but we felt like we were better, and we actually played better. We just, 3 big mistakes, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, the Eagles from Southwest Christian coming in town this week's Grapevine Ford Field. They've had a tough season as well under Coach Dixon's second year. They went 2-3 in non-district play, and they lost their first district game last Friday night against Midland Christian 35-8. What do you expect you're going to see out of the Eagles this week?
Well, they're very big up front, and I think that offensively they want to run the football. And I think they will probably look at our game against Lake Country and see a lot of similarities to their offense as far as the use of tight ends and fullbacks and shifts and motions. And so I think we can learn a lot defensively by going over what worked in that game and then what didn't. Our kids have done a really good job of really studying their tendencies by formation and by personnel grouping. And so I think that we're our kids are very well prepared for this game, but also knowing that, every week they're going to unveil some new formation or some new wrinkle, and you got to be ready for that, and you got to be ready to come together and come up with a quick solution on the field. So I think our players are growing in their knowledge of the game, and those types of conversations are becoming more and more easier to have. So that's exciting to see their growth as football players. But the bottom line is we've got to win in the trenches. We've got to win up front on defense. I think that's where the difference is going to be.
Yeah, you got your work cut out for you. There's going to be a lot of runs coming your way for
Yep.
sure. I asked Coach Dixon about this week, and he's got a long, coaching tenure. He actually was retired. He came out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're building something really special here at Grapevine Faith, and I think it takes, and you know this better than I do because you've been in coaching for so long, but there's a process to it, and it doesn't happen overnight. And I think I'll ask you kind of the same question I asked Coach Dixon. I mean, what do you say to the Saturday morning quarterbacks and the Monday morning, naysayers, if you will, like, we should have done this, or should have run that. I mean, you're trying to build a culture. You got to get.
And then to your question about, what do I want to build long term? I want to build a program I think it starts, our recipe for success is people plus culture plus preparation plus execution equals success. And so you start with people, and we have really great kids here. But it's also our duty as coaches to be growing them as individuals. We should be discipling them in their walk with the Lord. We should be teaching them how to be teammates. And I think the biggest battle there is with human nature. It's in our human nature to be selfish and self-seeking. And when you're the greatest thing about being on a team is learning practical ways of putting that to rest and learning how to give yourself to something bigger than yourself. And when individuals start growing in that direction, you start to have a better culture. And when you have a better culture, people want to come to work. When people want to come to work, they start preparing better. Practices start going better. And then when you prepare better, you start to execute better on the field. And so there's a chain that one thing builds to another. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like we're moving in the right direction down at that foundation of people, then culture, then preparation and execution. We're not quite there yet, but I feel like we're moving in the right direction. And so it's exciting to be a part of something like that at the beginning.
That's great. Well, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but a win tonight, I think, could put you hopefully on a run here in these last 4 games of district and set you up for, playoffs. And I'm sure you take one game at a time, but do you look ahead and say, okay, well, if win tonight, we play, we're at Trinity Christian, then we got Midland coming in, then we're on the road at Fort Worth Christian. Do you look that far ahead, or do you really have to take it just 1 week at a time?
I think it's when it comes to players and coaches, and if you want to perform at your best, it's best to keep everything in the present. We try to teach our kids to, control the controllables. And when you're, I'll give you an example. When I play golf, every once in a while, I'll have a really good first few holes. I'll go through a stretch. And at some point I'll start thinking, golly, if I can just par or even just bogey these last 3 holes, I'll shoot a 38. And as soon as I start getting future oriented, everything falls to pot. And so, I've seen my own failures at that. And then, when you study really great coaches like Bill Walsh and John Wooden and Nick Saban, they said the same things. You focus on, you want players focused on one thing at a time. And so when you look forward to games and playoff implications, I think that's a distraction that keeps you from being at your best in the moment. And the bottom line is, it always helps to win. So just, when coaches would tell me like, hey guys, this is a big game, we really need to win, I always thought, no duh, like as opposed to those other games where winning doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, so long as you win, the playoffs take care of themselves. So, I try not to look ahead.
Yeah. Well, we talk about this on Stories of Faith every week, that Grapevine Faith is special because of the people. And I know we're not perfect here, Coach, but I just want to commend you because you are walking out what you're talking to these young men, and you talk about how the primary focus of them is to build them up into Christian men that not only be, great football players, but great husbands, great fathers down the road. And so, as a father of a player on this team who's getting spoken into by you and the staff, I just want to commend you because it is the real deal. There's a lot of programs that will talk about, hey, putting Christ first. I'm not passing judgment on them. I can simply say from our experience, our family's experience, that you guys are walking it out. I just want to thank you for that and commend you for that. It means very much to us.
Well, thank you. That's really our number one priority is making sure we do that. And for those of you listening at home, I could use your prayers because the football season is a trying time as a coach, and you get so focused on the winning and losing in the game that you forget to, maybe the most lasting thing I can do is set a Christ-like example for our players and to love them and encourage them in their walk with the Lord. So I appreciate you saying that and appreciate your prayers too.
Absolutely. Heartfelt for sure. Well, special night tonight with homecoming and the Eagles coming here. Lions are going to fight it out, and hopefully we're talking about a win next week, Coach. As always, we really appreciate the time.
Thank you, Steve.
That's head coach Bobby Holland here on the Bobby Holland Show. Your Lions host the Eagles from Southwest Christian. Coming up next here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
Well, good evening, football fans. Welcome to Grapevine Ford Field here on the campus of Grapevine Faith Christian School. Steve Anthony alongside Jack Wharton for tonight's homecoming matchup. The Lions hosting the Eagles from Southwest Christian School. And, Jack, both teams looking for, again, they've only had one district game, but looking for that first district win. And not sure if you've done any research or homework for tonight, but curious what you think you might see.
Well, Steve, with the backdrop of Tex Rail going by and the smells of freshly cut mums, such a wonderful experience tonight. It is going to be how should I say this? It's going to be an evenly matched game. Sorry, I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Versus last week.
Versus last week, yes. I think Southwest Christian is about in the same boat as we are when it comes to number of players and skills and age. So I think they're in a rebuilding era as well.
Well, this is Coach Dixon's second year at Southwest Christian, and so he's had a good visit with him. If you listen to the pregame show, had a good interview with him this week. Super nice guy, and you're going to see them run the football a lot. So in their loss to Covenant, I'm trying to get some stats up here. In their loss to Covenant, I want to say that they threw the ball 9 times and ran it 47. So it's a very run heavy offense. So Coach Holland, you heard in the pregame, said that they're ready for that. They've made some adjustments. They know that they do some shifts on the offensive line, so they're ready to make some adjustments on the defensive side to kind of match that. But you'll see a lot of running tonight. One of probably their biggest threat is Robert Jones II, number 22. So we should be calling his name quite a bit tonight as you see the Eagles take the field as they're coming through their inflatable. The Lions are lined up in their helmet, and they'll be running out shortly. And here they come. So we mentioned this earlier, homecoming this week here at Grapevine Faith. So a lot of cowbells on the moms, a lot of cowbells in the hands of moms. And so should be a good matchup. Again, both teams really looking for that first district win, and they need it. And the Lions definitely looking to assert themselves here and get back in the district race. No, I mean, Jack, I don't think anybody can argue. All Saints University, they played last week, 6-0.
I caught it, Steve.
Thank you.
I caught
but
it.
I don't think anybody can argue that they should end up undefeated in the district. And then if they make an FBS bowl potentially, Peach Bowl maybe might be in their sights.
Really stretching there. You
I'm
should know
kidding.
that we're not.
Just
our
having
conference
fun.
Isn't tied to the Peach Bowl.
Having fun
that.
here, folks. So we have the captains out at midfield: Ryan Purdue, Jensen Anthony, Corbin Irwin, and Austin Bowling, your captains for the Grapevine Faith Lions. Officials out there to do the coin toss, and we'll see
not quite the number of players from Southwest Christian as All Saints had on their sidelines, but they have more players than we do for sure.
No doubt. Yeah, so again, we talked about being a run-heavy offense. Yeah, so against I misspoke. So against Covenant, they threw the ball 9 times and, rushed it 47. Last week against Midland Christian in their loss, they threw it 16 times and ran it 23. But Midland Christian did a good job, held them to 70 yards on the ground and only 57.
It doesn't sound like they had many plays either, Steve.
No. So the Lions we're going to go to the PA for our national anthem.
Father God, we thank you for everything that you are doing. And Lord, we are looking forward to everything that you're going to do. God, I pray for protection and a wholesome game, Lord. Let us have some fun, and that's in your name we pray. Amen.
And at this time, if you will direct your attention to the flag and to the field, alumni Evie Anderson will lead our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice rendition, Jack, there for the national anthem.
Yeah, if I make the lottery or win the lottery, and I know Dr. Smith, hopefully he's not listening tonight, but I'm going to buy the biggest, baddest American flag with the biggest, baddest lights that will go up on our flag. Okay?
Well, you could do that with the change in your pocket you got right now, probably, Jack.
Well,
so.
I'd spent that $50. But,
I want to thank Jackson, one of our students on the broadcast media group that's running camera tonight here in the first quarter. Guys are going to switch off here for homecoming week, so they have a chance to be with their friends and I guess girlfriends if applicable. But appreciate the kids. That broadcast intro that you saw, that was also done by the broadcast journalism class.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know that Steve was the one that kind of prompted him to get that class going, so he's really been pushing this. I tried to quit 5,000 times. He won't let me do that either. So, because I'm in his class, I take that on.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting the ball here. Let's do something, Steve. I feel very good about tonight's game.
Yeah, I do too. Coach Holland said they were optimistic and upbeat, and kids are ready to play. And again, both teams looking for a win, obviously. But a little more evenly matched game here. We'll get into that a little bit. Jack's already worried about what I'm going to say about schools that recruit and have NIL deals with some of their players. But anyway.
The former Berkner Ramette has just entered the building. Yes. I believe they're called Ramettes.
Here's a kickoff.
Fair catch.
Fair catch caught and made by Cannon Hunter inside. Jackson Walker with the big old pancake block there at the 25-yard line. So first and 10 for the Lions out at the 25. If you missed last week's game, Jace Walker, the standout running back for the Lions, knocked out of the game in the second quarter on a helmet-to-helmet hit. And he is under concussion protocol. He's number 6 on the sideline, so he's in his jersey. Definitely going to miss him. But Walker Little stepping into that role in the backfield with Austin Cosby. 2 receivers on the near side.
A little bit different look with Walker Little back there, big punishing back.
Yep. Pass here to the near side to Noah Smith. Caught. Shakes one tackle. Cuts inside another. Gets a block from Cannon Hunter. And he is out for a first down out near the 40-yard line. So first play from scrimmage brings positive yards and a first down for the Lions, Jack.
Well, that was very nice. The yards after catch was incredible there for Noah.
Yeah, that was that's something they really had trouble. That's one of their kind of go-to plays, and they had trouble really reining that in against All Saints last week. So good to see that already effective here on the first play from scrimmage. So 2 receivers split to each side. Walker Little moves to the right side of Austin Cosby this time in the backfield. Keeps that offensive lineup when we have a timeout here in a second. Little pump. Looking for Noah Smith back in double coverage. Almost makes the catch.
I think that was a flag there, Steve, or should have been at least. It looked like he got the underthrown ball, but at the same time he didn't even give the receiver an opportunity to catch that ball.
Yeah, he kind of looked like he had a hold of his right arm.
Yeah.
And Noah really didn't have a chance to get that up to his arm up to secure the football. So pass falls incomplete, brings up second down and 10. Lions at their own 39-yard line. Just underway here. Lions got the opening kickoff from their 25. First play from scrimmage netted about 19 yards, and here they are, second down and 10. Handoff to Walker Little right up the middle. Cuts over to the right. Nice positive yardage there out about the 45-yard line, so a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, about a 6-yard gain there by Walker Little. That was about a 14-yard play pass and catch earlier, Steve. Not trying to correct you. Just want to make sure you didn't get all excited about what we were doing here tonight.
Thanks for keeping it in between the lines here, Jack. All right, third down and 4. Lions from their own 45-yard line. Looking to see if they're going to change the play up from Coach Ware. Plenty of time left on the play clock, 10 seconds. Snap back to Cosby. As our handoff to Walker Little. He's stacked up and gets maybe 2 on the play.
4th and 2.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. 4th and a long 2 here for the Lions. See what they decide to do on their first series. Offense stays on the field, and we've seen some quick kicks from Austin Cosby out of this formation. But it looks like they're going to go for it, Jack.
They are going to go for it. Now they're going to look back over and see what they're going to do after this.
The prairie dog, as some of the moms call it, when they look up and then look back up. The moms will love it, by the way.
It's like McKenzie State Park over there, by the way. It's a lot of prairie dogs out there. Handoff, Walker.
All right, handoff to Walker Little up the middle. He has the first down inside Eagles territory.
That was a good pickup there, Steve.
Yeah. Kind of lowered his shoulder there and a little more aggressive run on that time by Walker Little. I like that. Big back, big tall back. Jace is much shorter and smaller and a little shiftier. Walker's a little bit more of a power running back, and he just lowered his shoulder there and definitely earned that on his own. So 1st and 10 for the Lions inside of Eagles territory. Snap back to Cosby. He's looking to pass. Deep pass. Got Noah Smith across the middle. It's caught. Oh!
No, he caught it. He caught it. What a great catch that was.
Finally taken down at the 4. I thought the ball popped out of his hands, but Noah Smith holds on to it and is pulled down inside the Eagles' 5-yard line. That's inside the red zone, and the Lions just entered the Reliant Air red zone. If your house is in the red zone because your HVAC system's on the fritz, call Reliant Air Conditioning today at 877 your hero.
877 your hero.
There we go. Thank you, Jack. Another handoff to Walker. Ball is loose, pops up, and Austin Cosby falls back on it. It's going to be a loss of about 10 yards on the play. But, boy, that ball popped straight up in the air. We might see, there's Jake Ford in. They will interchange Walker and Jake Ford. They move Walker out now to a wide receiver spot. Jake Ford, the senior, in at the running back position. 2nd down and goal. Clock running here, 8:45 here in the first quarter, just underway. Lions on their first series of the game after receiving the opening kickoff. Snap back to Cosby. Looking across the middle, Rose to his right. Has a man open. Caught inside the 2-yard line, right at the 2-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. Complete to Charlie Bunch.
Yeah, it looked like Cosby waited just a little too long there, and Bunch had worked his way back to the 2-yard line. But
yeah,
he's got plenty. That was a nice passing catch there.
All right, so 3rd down and goal. Would assume if they went forward at their own 48, Jack, that they're going to go for it on the they don't get it here, but hopefully they punch it in. It's a man in motion. Noah Smith, snap back to Cosby, rolls to his left. Caught. And they're going to mark him short of the end zone. Literally right at the it's almost sitting on the goal. If they spot the ball on the goal line, it's a touchdown. I don't know how you spot it any closer without it being touchdown, but yeah, so literally they're 3 inches away from the end zone here. And obviously the offense stays on.
I don't even know what to mark that down. Is that a 1-yard pass and catch?
I guess, yeah. It's so close. See if Cosby keeps it or if he hands it off to Jake. It's a handoff to Jake Ford. He's in the end zone for a touchdown for the Lions. No flags on the play, and that's going to stand. The Lions take a 6-0 lead after their first possession of the game. Sorry, Coach Music, I got to give him some 5s over here. I've left him hanging. Boy, nice drive there, Jack. Sustained. You mix it up with some pass. Oh, the lovely Miss April Wharton in the house.
Uh-oh.
And her entourage following her.
Yes.
The security detail here as well.
A little bit like the Kardashian family.
It
April
is.
Showing up to her game.
Security. Kick by Kate Johnson is up and good. So, just like that, the Lions take a 7-0 lead after their first possession of the game, and that's good to see, Jack.
Wow. And, Steve, we also talked about it before. Time of possession is a good indicator of where the success is going to be on the offensive side of the ball. And that was a nice 4-minute and let's call it 37-second drive there.
That was a 75-yard drive. If I'm doing my math right, Jack?
That's correct.
I know you'll keep me honest on that. So
that's correct. I mean, really, the two issues that we might have on that drive was the fumble and the 10-yard loss, but we recovered the fumble and then came back and did something good with it. So not a bad drive.
Well, defense will be coming out shortly, and here's the defensive lineup for tonight.
Austin Odette, defensive end, class of 2026.
CC, defensive tackle, class of 2027.
Colton Edwards, defensive end, class of 2026.
Ryan Purdue, right guard, class of 25.
Corbin Irwin, linebacker, class of 2026.
Jackson Walker, outside linebacker, class of 2027.
Owen Payne, outside linebacker, class of 2027.
Cannon Hunter, cornerback, class of 2027.
Charlie Donovan, wide receiver, cornerback, class of 2026.
Tyler Brown, safety, class of 2026.
Christian Corley, safety, class of 2025.
Kate Johnson back to kick it off for the Lions. Kind of pooches it towards the far sideline, and it's kind of mixed up there, kind of handed off to one of the upbacks. He's still on his feet, finally taken down. Good coverage there by the Lions as they tackle the Eagles inside their own 30-yard line. Will they take over 1st and 10? A few injuries on that defensive lineup that we showed you just now. Colton Cox out. I'm trying to see if Charlie Donovan is back in. No, Charlie's still out. Charlie was out last week, and he's out again. Sophomore Van Shoemaker, shoulder surgery in the offseason. They've missed him. They'll unfortunately do without him this entire season. Hopefully he's back next year. But a lot of injuries hit the Lions. We talked about Jace Walker being out, a pretty significant injury that the offense suffered last week against All Saints. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Huffstetler under center. There's a handoff. The ball is on the ground. He picks it up, still on his feet, gets around the right side, and finally taken down. But that's a gain of about 9 on the play on what really could have been a disastrous moment for the Eagles. They turn it into a big 9-yard gain.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just came right back up to him. But when you get something like that too, Steve, where the thing is out of sync,
yeah,
sometimes it works for you and sometimes it works against you. In that case, it worked against us.
Well, and, that football, the way it's shaped, that could have gone 100 different directions. But, of course, it popped right back up into the hands of the running back. And so the Eagles are benefactors of that. So 2nd down and 1 from their own 39-yard line. Huffstetler again under center, handoff. Stacked up. Big hit there by the Lions for defensive front.
Yeah, it looks like you got a 3-yard gain there. Gives them a 1st down, Steve.
That is going to be enough for a 1st down, but a good hit there early on. That was, see who all was in there, 40. Yeah, Jackson Walker. Robbie Stevens in there as well on the tackle. So, but as you mentioned, enough for a 1st down. So the Eagles on the move here. We talked about this, Jack. They're going to see a lot of running plays here by the Southwest Christian offense. Okay, a little different than most teams where they kind of use the pass at times to set up the run. But the running game is their go-to. And again, to see Huffstetler under center in I formation.
I wonder if they're going to run here, Steve.
There's the pitch out to the side. Big hit there at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, they're going to give him that 1 yard gain there, but even then, it's still a pretty good defensive stand right there on that first down play.
Pitch out to Braxton Smith, the junior running back.
I'm going to run out of room by the running section of my stat page here.
Yeah, you need a little bigger notebook there, Jack.
Well, I kind of like this one.
Like legal, like 11 by 14.
I know, but this one kept it kind of, in an organized fashion. Oh, we got a
pass out to the side.
That's behind.
Yep,
that's behind.
That's a lateral. And to Smith, and Smith is stacked up. They're going to lose about 3-4 yards on that play, Jack. Nice defensive play there by the Lions front.
Yeah, that's great for us. I mean, that was about let's see, that's going to be about a 7-yard loss on the play right there. You really got to expect that pass play once every 3 plays, I guess.
Right. Once every 3 series maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll see what they do here on a long third down play. 3rd and 13. They need to get to the Lions' 48-yard line. Lions can hold them here and force them to punt. That'd be a nice defensive stand for the Lions to get the ball back, see if they can't score again. Huffstetler on the shotgun. Snap back, looking to pass. Looking over here to the near sideline. Pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. Tyler Brown right there in the pattern.
Tyler Brown it looked like he didn't know it was coming his way.
Yeah. Walton Bailey, the intended receiver. But, man, hats off to the defense, Jack, after really facing a tough opponent in All Saints University last week. Man, they have stood up here already in this first half, this first series of the game. Just work with me. Work with me here. Noah Smith back to receive the punt for the Lions, standing at his own 20. Now he backs up to his own 20-yard line. Oh, high snap, almost over his head. He does get it away. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Does a good. There's a penalty flag coming down.
Uh-oh.
The ball goes out of bounds at the Lions 30, just shy of the 35-yard line, but there is a penalty flag down. We'll see.
Let's hope it's not on us.
That was during the punt. That ball almost went over the punter's head. Referees, officials are communicating with their headsets, so we'll see.
All right, we're backing up, so it's going to be on us. And, where that flag occurred, there was no reason for it.
I'm really curious to see what they signal here. Personal foul, face mask against the Lions. Yeah, that's unfortunate because, again, it was not necessary. That ball was not going to be returned. It was a short kick due to the very, very poor snap. But that's going to back the Lions up. So, hey, just going to pad the stats, right, when we punch it in the end zone from another 75-yard drive here, Jack. Sorry, 80-yard. We're starting our own 20-yard line now.
Yeah.
All right, so Lions start 1st and 10 at their own 20. Jake Ford in the backfield with Austin Cosby. We'll see what Coach Ware here has dialed up for the Lions' second series of the game. Again, Lions leading 7-0. 4:33 left here in the first quarter. Snap back to Cosby. Looks to his right. Little pump fake. Runs out of the pocket, and he is taken down.
Gracious.
A swarm there. Big tackle there by Slade Chandler.
Yeah, it's like he wanted to give him a little more time, but he just didn't have it.
Yeah, Chandler's the 6-foot senior outside linebacker. Did not fall for that. So loss of about 10 on the play. 2nd down and 20. Lions back at their own 10-yard line now. Going the wrong direction. We need to turn this around. Again, Lions took the opening kickoff back 75 yards. Took the opening kickoff after a 75-yard drive and punched it in for a touchdown. Lead 7-0. Cosby back to pass. Caught Noah Smith. Pushed out of bounds out over the 20-yard line.
Gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Just gain of about 11 or 12 there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Nice pass there by Cosby. He and Noah kind of finish these other sentences. They've been playing together quite a while. So nice passing catch there from Cosby to Smith.
Where we don't want to be, though, Steve, is this 3rd and long.
Yeah, we talk about it every week, it seems like. You don't want to avoid these long situations on 3rd down. Cosby looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket again. Rolls to his right. He's going to keep it. And he's out close to the 30-yard line where they needed to get. He's going to be short a couple of yards, it looks like.
Well, and also there's pigs flying over the school right now because Austin Cosby ran the football on that one.
Never thought we'd see it happen, huh?
Yeah, he's had some room in these couple of these games, and he just decided to keep it back in the pocket and throw it away. But, he's maturing as the years go by.
Well, 4th down here for the Lions. Now, they had some problems last week on their special teams with the long snap. We had 2 snaps over Cade's head. One resulted in a safety, and the other in a turnover on about the 2-yard line with the Saints ended up punching in. Oh, it's a fake. Short. Still on his feet trying to get out. They've got enough for the first down, Jack.
What a great play that was.
Boy.
Cade Johnson also going to be in the spring play for his acting skills.
Did he do the whole – I didn't watch him. Did he do it went over his head?
Yeah. Great job.
Hey, man, here we go. So snap to the upback. Noah Smith was lined up as the upback, and they snap it short to him, and he takes it for about 3.5 yards when they needed 3. So enough for the first down. Lions back in business here. The offense back on the field. Looks like I can't tell if that's Jake or I think that's Jake in the backfield again. Yep, handoff to Jake Ford right up the middle. Steams ahead for a gain of a few.
Poor Jake Ford. All he wanted to do is hit people in his high school career. Now he has to do it on the offensive side.
He has to get hit, right. Jake gets 1 yard on the run, so 2nd down and 9. Again, clock running inside of 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Lions lead 7-0. Homecoming week here at Grapevine Ford Field at Grapevine Faith. We'll bring you the entirety of the homecoming festivities at halftime, all the homecoming court and all the performances, so stick around for that. Cosby with the pass here to the near side, caught by Cannon Hunter, gets a block. Still on his feet, out over the 40-yard line, close to another first down.
Yeah, good pickup there. Nice, again, yards after catch is important, and we've been playing pretty good ball with that.
That is going to move the chains. So our very astute chain gang of Mark Edwards, Braxton Corley, and I don't know if Doug Cosby's back on that or not. But, let us know if you're watching. Text us at 817-980-7994. Rick and Pam Jensen Anthony's grandparents from Richardson, Texas.
Are they really listening?
Yeah,
Because
they're watching.
I think you just say it
they're
every
watching.
time.
Cosby, pass across the middle. Caught by Noah. Intended for Noah Smith. Was a little behind him, a little high. And so it falls incomplete. But you can also –
we'll make him run a couple laps for that.
Yes, he's going to be punished for that one.
That was a really tough catch to make. Nice job by Noah to try to even get a hand on it.
You can join the chat as well. Yep, sorry, Ailey Demers asking where Nate is on that defensive intro. Ailey, I maintain possession of the football.
Yeah, this is going to end up being a 4+ minute drive.
Snap back to Cosby here. Inside of 30 seconds, penalty flag down. Caught by Noah Smith. Out. It's enough for a first down, but we'll see what the penalty flag brings.
I think it's going to be offsides on Southwest Christian.
May have been lined up. Yeah, yep, sure, that's the indication.
Okay.
So that'll be offside, which, as you mentioned, will be declined. The result of that play should be a first down. I'm not sure our coaching staff knows what to do with an official that's throwing a flag on the opposing team.
Here we go.
Jack, come on, man. Those are cues for you to laugh. Right?
I don't know.
Cue the laugh card.
I'm trying to distance you and your criticism of the referees. That's usually me.
I was going to say, yes. Pot called the kettle black.
Hello, Pot. Hello, Kittle.
We're at 16 seconds with the clock running here in the first quarter. So we'll see. The Lions should be able to get this play off. We'll see what they decide to do. 25 seconds on the play clock, so they don't have to snap it.
Snap it now. Snap it.
We're inside of 5. Yeah, so the Lions just going to let the game clock run down, so that'll be the end of the first quarter. So a good solid first quarter for the Lions tonight, Jack. That's something that I think they really wanted to establish the run game. They've thrown the ball effectively.
Yep.
And moved the football when they needed to. So
yeah, I mean, really good out of the air. I mean, Austin was 6 for 8. I'm just going to do quick math here. Let's see, 60.
Carry the
63. About 100 yards, just under 100 yards passing, actually.
Nice.
About 89 or 90 here. But, we still got this drive going on. And ball control.
Yep.
I mean, that's what is. And we've maybe been in a couple 3rd and longs, but not really that bad of 3rd downs. In a bold move by Coach Strick. We've had some Walker. We've got Walker, little Jace Walker, and you got Jake Ford back there.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, and all of them have had pretty good success back there this season so far.
understand that we lost our stream there for a sec, folks. Our little forgot to pay the Wi-Fi bill, so we had to pay that real quick. Austin Cosby back to pass. Throws it across the middle. Hit right after he throws it. Intended for Noah Smith.
Boy, he was
Austin favored his left elbow.
Yeah,
not throwing hand, but
the defensive lineman was in there pretty quick.
Yeah,
he was in his grill.
He was untouched. The defensive line, I think, was like, "Wait, nobody's blocking me. What do I do?" So pass falls incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Lions are at the Eagles' 19-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. Lions leading 7-0.
And here we are again in this 3rd and long that we were talking about that we hadn't had that many. But
yep. We'll see if they can convert again here. If not, we'll do the fake punt.
Well, be fake field goal, hopefully.
Cosby rolls to his right. Little pump. He's got Charlie Bunch in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, what a great
touchdown
passing
Lions.
catch there.
I was watching Austin, so I didn't see if Charlie made a little outside move and then cut up the field.
I didn't either. I'm watching Austin too, and I'm like, how's he going to make this pump and then get the throw off while he's running?
Yeah.
So nice play. That was again a nice passing catch.
Yeah, that's twice we've seen a scramble there, rolling to his right with Austin Cosby making the completion. Hudson Smith on the hold for Cade Johnson, trying to make it a 14-0 game. A little low snap, but Hudson picked it up, got the hold down, and the Lions convert. They lead 14-0.
Well, Steve, last week I kept having to flip my pages because the plays were going so fast and possessions so many times. I was able to fit the first quarter and most of the second quarter, I guess 2 minutes of the second quarter on this one sheet of paper. So
the game sponsor now is Victory Church. Victory Church meets at Grapevine Faith High School on Saturdays at 4 p.m., on Sundays at 10 a.m. So appreciate their support of Grapevine Faith Athletics. Our others platinum sponsors, Chick-fil-A Southlake, TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Thank you to the St. Romain family and Chick-fil-A Southlake. Paragon Eye Associates, Dr. Todd and Kayla Ford.
Oh.
Thank you to our sponsor, Paragon Eye. And Dr. Ford, Paragon Eye Associates offers premier ophthalmology and eye care services at 2 locations in DFW. Is that one of the ones that you got?
No, I did not get that one.
I went to Baylor with a guy named Todd Ford, and I think I wonder if that's the same guy.
Todd Ford?
Yeah.
He owes me $50.
Barnicky, that guy owes me money.
Thank you for knowing that.
Okay, I was going to say.
I appreciate you saying that.
I don't know if you know that or not, but here we go.
Barnicky, that guy owes me $50.
Gold sponsors, Dustin and Alicia Parker of Box Financial, Justin and Pam Holt of Holt Dental. Our silver sponsors, Rodney and Stacey Meyer of Myers Pool Care, Leland and Chrissy Pennington at Pennington Concrete, Ryan Skelly at Affinity Rate Mortgage, and our friends at Waterview Marinas in Grapevine. Thank you for your support of Grapevine Faith Athletics.
That was over a 6-minute drive on that, Steve.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need constant 6-minute drives would be great.
Well, sustained drives that end in touchdowns.
Exactly.
Oh,
ball
down. On the ground. The Lions are going to swarm him, and they take him down inside the 25. So another good special teams coverage on the kickoff there by the Lions.
So many great lines in that movie, by the way.
That's about the one I think we can.
Well, you see, sir, we're on our way to a bingo parlor. One thing led to another.
If that was me, I'd go all in. That's me. I'm Mr. Vegas. All right. So 14-0 Lions here. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Homecoming week. Again, we will have all the homecoming festivities at halftime, all the performances, the homecoming court, everything in its entirety. No stories of faith this week. We wanted to make sure we were able to give you all of the homecoming activities at halftime. So that's coming up. Defense back out there here for the Lions. Eagles at their own 25-yard line. Hand off to Jones, up the middle, looking for a couple of blocks. Scoots out to the outside.
Well,
finally taken down by.
That was a nice run. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Colton Edwards on the tackle, but not until Jones gets about a 10-yard gain there, right out to the 35, just enough for a first down.
Yeah, you want to make that first contact with the defensive line rather than the linebackers or even your defensive end coming back to make the tackle 10 yards down the field.
Jones, the 5'10", 180-pound senior, did a good job there, Jack, of waiting for his blockers, waiting for something to open up. Another handoff to Jones up the middle. He's not even hit till about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. He's out close to another first down.
Yeah, he's got another first down for Southwest Christian. You know, and he holds that ball real high in his arm, too. He looks like he's been coached very well over there.
Yeah, you're going to see a steady diet of runs for sure, and probably Jones here. He was not featured much, I don't think, in that first couple of series by the Eagles, but he's had both plays here in this series.
No, this is his first 2 carries, actually, Steve.
Huffstetler under center again, another I formation. Single receiver out to each side for the Eagles. Bring a man in motion here to the near side. Another handoff to Jones. Looks up the middle. Wow, he's got lots. Penalty flag coming down. It's going to come back. So Jones is finally knocked out.
Nice tackle out of bounds, or not out of bounds, but nice tackle there by number 7.
Yeah, Tyler Brown. Yeah, big hit. Noah Smith came in and lowered a blow.
Yeah, but there was clearly a hold on that one.
Yeah.
Talking with Barry Irwin before the season started, that was one of his kind of sneaky good players was Tyler Brown, and he has hit and his comments were that guy will hit somebody.
Yeah.
And he has had some nice tackles the last couple of games.
We've called his name a lot this year on the defensive side, but he's been really, really featured nicely on a lot of tackles and just being a playmaker.
I'll tell you, too, the other thing that I've noticed, too, this year versus previous years, not a whole lot of two-way players. I mean, in previous years, it seemed like all 11 were switching back sides, especially last year, if I remember correctly. But some of these players are getting some more time out there that don't necessarily play offense or don't necessarily play defense. That also keeps your guys a little fresh.
Talked to Braxton Corley, Christian and Slade Corley's dad before the game, and hopefully Christian will be back if he's cleared to be able to be back next week. Next week, Lions on the road in Lubbock against Lubbock Trinity Christian. We'll be bringing you that broadcast as well.
What a great city that is.
Oh, man. Really a ton of stuff to do for a couple minutes. All right, handoff. Right to Jones, right up the middle again. Man, a powerful running back. Legs still churning. He's out to midfield. A gain of, 8 on the play. And, Jack, you mentioned something a while ago. He's not even being touched. There's no initial contact until he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. So the Lions are going to have to figure that out and get some better penetration, at least try to put a hand on him in the backfield before he gets 3 yards down past the line of scrimmage. Yeah,
he's coming right down the middle. A little bit like you weren't here with the Cistercian game, too, but that quarterback is going right down the middle every time. We just need to kind of clog it up if we can.
Well, we'll see if the Eagles are doing this to try to set up some sort of passing game, but they've thrown the ball, one time I think this game, that little screen pass, but it's Huffstetler again under center, another I formation, another handoff to Jones. Good job there. Austin Odette hits him just past the line of scrimmage, but he stumbles out to the Lions' 48-yard line, So third down play here for the Eagles.
About a 4-yard pickup. Yeah, about a 4-yard pickup. They've got a steady diet of him on this drive, though. I'll say that much. 4 plays, 4 rushing yards. He's picked up 32 yards on this drive.
You heard the pregame show. Coach Dixon talked about it. He's got several kids on this team that have didn't even play football till last year or even the year before. There's got a couple new guys just new to the game. Hand off to Jones again.
Nice. That was a nice play there.
Nice play there by Jackson Walker. And let's see, he tripped him up, fell forward. That's fourth down. So he chopped him just short of the first down marker. The Eagles have a big tight end, Rob McElroy, that is a target for them.
That was a nice stop by Walker there.
Yeah, Jackson did a great job of stepping in there. So, all right, they bring in big fullback. The tight end, number 81, is a fullback with Jones. Hand off to Jones, and he's going to have enough for the first down. He's inside the 45-yard line.
He's solid, that kid.
Yeah, I misspoke. 81 was lined up as a tight end. I didn't get the number of the guy that lined up as fullback, but they've got a big kid, number 54, 6'3", 268. Their offensive tackle, Griffin Blocker, so appropriately named for an offensive lineman.
Just going to let you know that Scott Kidwell from Midland, Texas, is listening in tonight.
Oh, Scott, man, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to ruin your Friday.
Well, he's a little
likes my angst. Is he the one?
Yes, he is, but he's also irritated with your dismissiveness of Lubbock.
Pitch out to Jones, hurdles a couple of guys, and a gain of about 6. No, I've been to Lubbock a couple of times. I've been there plenty of times, and it's a beautiful city. It's picturesque, lots of trees. Kind of reminds me of Palm Springs and the coastline.
So this is you being condescending, I believe, is what they call that.
Hey, so. I'm going to try better about being condescending. Condescending is when you talk down to people, by the way, Jack. So,
ooh, I'm so sorry. Sarcastic then, both times, by the way.
2nd down and 5. Lions leading 14-0.
By the way, you were kind of talking down to Lubbock anyway.
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
I love me some Lubbock. Love me some. Hey, Jack Wharton, you love Lubbock. I love Lubbock. Another handoff.
God bless.
Time. Yeah, they are blowing through that line.
I'm going to keep an eye on that.
That's going to be enough. Let's not use that language, Jack. 5.5 minutes
Goodness
left.
gracious.
There we go.
Goodness gracious. Sorry, Steve.
Sound like an All Saints sideline.
Okay. I said.
Oh, sorry, you didn't drop an F.
I know,
so
I did not. I did not say anything bad.
I'm sorry, if you had, you sound like the All Saints sideline. But I digress. Again.
Get that ball.
Plows forward for a gain of about 6 on the play, Jack. That run up the middle has been effective.
Yeah, got to figure that out, Steve.
Yep. Coach Holland talks about in his pregame that they will load one side of the lineup over others, but really it's not been that much of a factor since they're running the ball right up the middle pretty much this entire series.
Yeah, it almost like you got to pick the right side that they're going to try to run up the middle on, left or right at the tackle. I mean, left or right at the guard.
Clock running, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first half. Lions leading 14-0. There's a timeout taken by the Lions. They want to talk things over.
Timeout.
So a big thank you to our sponsor for the evening, Victory Church. We're so grateful for their partnership to support Grapevine Faith Athletics. Victory Church would love to meet your family at a worship gathering hosted right here at Grapevine Faith High School on Saturdays at 4 p.m. or Sundays at 10 a.m. Visit their website at victory.church/grapevine for more information. We mentioned our big sponsor, Reliant Air Conditioning, the Stewart family. They're proud supporters of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs do not work on commissions, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call 2 of the companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877-YOUR-HERO, and you'll see why they've been gimmick-free since '83.
Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
I'd be so disappointed if we didn't have that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The Stewart family and Reliant Air Conditioning, thanks you.
They don't have to pay extra for that, by the way.
That's a freebie there.
Yeah.
No charge for that.
I'll be over at the Reliant Air Conditioning offices on Monday morning at 8:05. 8 o'clock to 8:05, I'll be signing autographs in the lobby, so if you guys are over there.
Some good matchups around the Metroplex and Taps. We'll give you those. Legacy up over Prestonwood, 14-7 in the second quarter. That's at Argyle. I'm sorry, that's Legacy Christian out of Frisco.
What's the score there?
14-7 Legacy.
Whoa!
Liberty is up 14-0 over Paris. That game is in Argyle. It's a pitch out to Jones here on 2nd down. He has got more than enough for the first down and still driving. Finally taken down inside the 20-yard line.
He's usually got a big head of steam going through there, Steve.
Big running back, man. I told Corbin Irvin this morning at the Breakfast of Champions that he was going to have his hands full. They're going to be busy on that run, and sure enough. Well, Trinity Christian and Lubbock, both West Texas teams had to travel to Fort Worth. Trinity Christian traveled to Fort Worth. They're playing All Saints. They're down 22-0 in the second quarter. And Midland Christian made the trip out to Fort Worth to play the Cardinals, and that game is tied at 7 in the second quarter. So we'll watch that one. Play action pass. Huffstetter looking to pass. Dumps it off here to his tight end. Or the running back, 21.
Yeah.
Out close to the yard line. So gain of a couple.
Yeah, about 3-yard pickup there, Steve. Kind of switching it up a little bit on us.
Yeah.
He ran a real big loop out of the quarterback position only to throw like 2 yards.
I was going to say, he ran farther than the pass went. I mean, they've been running the football so effectively. I'm a little surprised, honestly, that they decided to throw it there.
Probably just trying to keep us honest a little bit on the defensive side of things.
Jones lined up as a running back again in the backfield in the I formation with the receiver on either side.
Oh.
That's going to be that's got holy cow. No penalty flag.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, no flag 10 flinched and
he knew it.
He knew it. Even he knew. I don't know how you missed that right in front of the headline.
I do know. That headlinesman fell asleep over there, I think, is what happened.
What it was?
Yeah,
hey,
he's just dozing off.
I'd like to note there, people, that Jack is now taking shots.
No, I just saw him. He kind of had his head down. He was doing a head bop kind of thing. So.
Wow. Okay. Well, they marked the ball at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Steve, just knowing how this game's going already, I suspect this is going to be 4-down territory for Southwest Christian.
I would think so, yeah.
Boy, they've been out there a long time too, by the way.
Clock running inside 2.5 minutes here left in the first half. Lions leading 14-0. Hand off to Jones. Goes up the middle, skips out to the right. Finally taking it down. Corbin Irwin with the tackle.
Nice tackle there by Corbin.
Down to the 5-yard line. And that's going to be first and 10. It's going to be first and goal for the Eagles at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, 62 special sounds good.
The officials have called timeout. Excuse me, the Lions have called timeout. Try to give you some other scores here that you might be even remotely interested in. We'll keep an eye on that Midland Christian, Fort Worth Christian game. Again, they're tied at 7 in the second quarter.
You know, this is a pretty important 4-down territory for Southwest Christian, not only to score, but also for us to hold them to at least a field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to leave probably close to less than a minute and a half left on the clock, if I'm just going to guess, maybe a minute. Not going to have enough time for a drive offensively, and then Southwest Christian is going to get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, so you want to hold them here, like you said, to at least a field goal would be good. Keller at home tonight against Euless Trinity. Trinity leading that game 14-7 in Keller. Berkner, the hated Berkner Rams by your one and only Jack Wharton. They're up 50-17 over Lake Highland. So how about that?
Wow.
Yeah, take
that's a rivalry game. They'll be able to call it the Ram Wildcat Stadium over there.
The Cardinals are now up. They scored. They're up 13-7 over Midland Christian in the second quarter. North Crowley, number 2 team in the state, up 21-6 over Weatherford. That's in the second quarter.
My buddy does the color commentating for Weatherford, and he didn't feel like that was going to be a good game.
He powers. Oh, he's hit though. Big hit.
And who was it?
I think
the great Corbin Irwin right there, yeah.
Holy cow, man. That was a big hit by Corbin. Yeah, that was definitely Corbin. Clock's to continue to run, or it should be running. Oh, they stopped the clock there. Let's see who calls the timeout. Yeah, Southwest Christian calls the timeout. So
I'm going to call that a 1-yard gain, Steve. I'm not even sure it was 1 yard, but
yeah, it looks like they moved the Braxton's got the down marker. They move it maybe half. I think it's just
hard to see up here.
They marketed about the 3.5. There's not a 3.5 yard line. I get it, but it's between the 3 and the 4 yard line, I guess is what I should say. This is going to bring a big third down play coming up. 1:25 left here in the first half. Again, your Lions leading 14-0. They took their opening drive and scored a touchdown. Held the Eagles, forced them to punt. Lions got to a long third down play where they couldn't convert. Had fourth down, lined up to punt. They did a fake punt with the snap to the up back Noah Smith, and subsequently ended up driving the ball down and putting it back in the end zone just after the second quarter started. So that's your score, 14-0 with the Lions leading. But Jack mentioned this, the Eagles will be receiving the second half kickoff. Mentioned DeSoto, my alma mater, DeSoto Eagles. They lead 22-14 over Horn in the first quarter. We're frozen.
Looks like we may be a little bit frozen on that.
We're going.
Okay, we're going. Okay,
yeah.
Maybe just my phone.
To pay your cell bill. All right, third down here. Another I formation. Guess who it's going to? Pitch out to Jones here to the outside. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown. He's flexing down there.
Yep.
So,
well, he should have. I think there was 14 runs that he had.
Yep. Well, I guess you can do that right in front of the official. No big deal. You can do that. You can flex. So, guess we're doing that now. All right. So, the Eagles are working blue here tonight, Jack. I'm on the edge, man. I'm pushing the envelope.
Well, you're pushing yourself right out of a job, I bet. Well, you're your own boss, so it doesn't
something like that. Eli Huffstetler, the quarterback, is also their kicker, so he's on to tip the point after. Snap is back. Hold is good. The kick is good, right down the middle.
Yeah, that looked like a hold. I saw the replay on that one. So.
Well, they missed the fake by the wide receiver and missed the hold there. So the a little closer score here now. The Lions still leading 14-7. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in the first half. Remind you, no stories of faith this week, so that we can bring you the entirety of the halftime performances and homecoming activities here at Homecoming Week at Grapevine Faith. Great sized crowd here on the home side, and Southwest Christian traveled pretty well as well.
Well, and Steve, we were talking about time of possession. I think they're trying to do the same thing we're trying to do, but they had that ball for over 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's their MO, man. They're a ball control offense and running team. Well, we knew that, and we talked about it in the pregame. That's their stats. If you look at every game, it's 3-1. The number of runs versus pass. We have to look at how many pass attempts they've had, but 2 maybe.
When so far tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
So 1.
Maybe it's less than 5. I know that.
They've had 3.
3. All right, so
he's
65 run
he's
plays.
2 for 3. He's got a high passing percentage, completion.
So Huffstetler, the quarterback, also the place kicker, kicks off.
Got a pretty good leg on him.
Fair catch called and made.
I like the fair catch in play.
Yep.
That really kind of takes away a lot of the, problems that we may have.
Things that could go drastically wrong. Yeah. With a minute 20 left on the clock. Yes, I agree. So Lions will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. We'll see what they have dialed up here. If they're going to try to drive it down the field, maybe hit a home run pass, a long pass potentially, or if they're going to play conservative. They do have 3 receivers. Trips here on the near side, which you don't see too often. Charlie Bunch, the single receiver on the far side. Jake Ford in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. Again, a minute 20 left here in the first half. Lions leading 14-7. Snap back to Cosby. Oh, pass is intercepted at the 30-yard line. And the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 they've got 2 timeouts left, a minute 14, and they're at the Lions, inside the Lions' 30-yard line. And, boy, that is tough, Jack, especially since that defense just came off the field and had been on there, like you said, for 9 minutes. So you're asking a lot of your defense to go back out there now. I'm
going to guess it's going to be number 22. You're going to get a lot of this ball on this drive.
Go figure.
Jones is going to get it.
Mr. Flex himself looking to probably run this right up the middle. It's been successful. They threw that one little pass. You talked about how he ran around for 8 or 9 yards and threw a little 2-yard pass. I'm not even sure why they're bothering to throw the ball. Just hand the ball off. Jones and Zach Garrett, number 21, both have been very effective for the Eagles in their running game already here in the first half. So a little different formation here. Now here's Huffstetler in the shotgun with Jones in the backfield. And he's looking to pass. Drops back, pass out to the far side. Throwing falls incomplete.
Maybe that's why they shouldn't be passing the ball.
There we go. There's your answer.
Both of them look confused. The pass and the guy that was trying to catch it didn't look like he knew what he was doing.
Huffstetler goes over to Coach Jeff Dixon to get the play. Coach Dixon's son, Tyler, one of his assistant coaches, so kind of a cool thing that he gets to father-son combo over there on the sideline. Jeff Dixon came out of retirement. He talked about he coached on the South Lake Carroll's first state championship team in 2008.
Was that Coach Lindweaver that was the coach over there at the South Lake Dragons?
That's right, yeah. All right, so back their standard formation. They do have 2 receivers on the far side, one on the near side, but there's a single setback. Huffstetler looking to pass. He's looking here to the near side and caught for a touchdown.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. Well, Huffstetler showed us. We talked about running the football, and, he throws one up for a touchdown, and just like that, the game, it was a 1-point game. Huffstetler's going to stay on to try to tie the game. But, boy, that interception is what killed you, Jack. It's hard to overcome those, but it's really hard to overcome those deep in your own territory when you give them a short field to work.
Yeah.
And that's a result sometimes.
Yeah, Sterling Atkins looked like he got a little turned around a little bit there.
Yeah, he did get a little crossways.
And he was in position, too. That was the other strange thing. He should have just gone for the ball.
Snap is low, but they pick it up. Kick is up and good. So it is a tie game.
Well, we thought it was going to be a close game, Steve, right? We thought it was going to be kind of a evenly matched contest between teams. They went to a different direction, though, on that one. They only had the ball for 9 seconds on that one. So.
Not a 9-minute sustained drive there that time. Huh?
No. Yeah, that was a killer. I don't even know what to say, Steve.
Yeah, it's been a swing of emotions and momentum for sure. Lions came out, scored on their first and second drives of the game, had a nice little fake punt that they converted, ended up driving down the field and scoring on that, so they went up 14-0. But Eagles came down, nice sustained drive, and then on the next possession, the first play from scrimmage, the Lions throw an interception, And the Eagles have a short field and punch it in from.
You know, and Sterling, you were talking about players that came out for Southwest Christian. Yeah, Sterling Atkins also came out this year, first-time player. Hadn't been back out there for a couple of years. I think he played 8th grade football, maybe 7th grade football. So, I mean, we got to have some bodies out there, but you know, Sterling's got some. You know, he's got some catching up to do as well.
We'll realize that the camera action's a little wonky, so we will definitely try to get that.
Good attitude by Sterling, though. I'll say that much. Trying to learn.
Yeah, no doubt. And apparently my mic's not on, is what I'm being told. Is that?
Oh,
I don't know if that's better.
Did you catch me? Oh, darn it.
Well, you're loud and clear. I'm low and distant. I'm hearing,
well,
so maybe I turned up here. So
trying to get the people to enjoy their broadcast by turning you down.
We'll see if the Rick, you can let me know if that's any better. So 1st and 10 for the Lions. They're looking to pass again.
Right there.
Cosby right across the middle, intended for Walker Little, falls incomplete. That'll stop the clock right at exactly 1 minute left here in the first half. Austin Cosby's great aunt watching the game from Indiana. Austin Cosby always has a very loyal following and group that listens in. And so the offense here, after an incomplete pass on first down. Exactly 1 minute, like we said, left here in the first half.
5, 4.
Inside of 5 seconds here left on the play clock. See if they get it off in time, and they do. Cosby looking to pass again. Pass caught. By Noah Smith, just runs over the defender, the defensive back.
Yeah, nice.
I think he thought he was going to pop Noah pretty good. Noah just lowered his shoulder and ran him over. Noah is a little bit slow to get up. Definitely a physical play there on both sides of the ball. All right. Clock running, 45 seconds left. Little pump.
Kind of like a hold over
intended
here.
for Charlie Bunch.
Yeah,
there's a penalty flag coming in. Yep.
Yeah, that looked like a hold on that play there.
Charlie was held up around the 45-yard line, Eagles 45-yard line. So the side judge over here makes the call. And that's going to give the Lions a little
that kid was beat.
Yardage.
He was beat, so the number 8 with the call, Walton Bailey. I think he knew he was beat and just probably had to hold him, Charlie Bunch.
Brings up a first down. The clock's going to run here inside of 38 seconds. Lions at their own 47-yard line. Again, tie game here, 14-all. Snap back to Cosby. Pocket breaks down. He's taken down for a sack. That's going to take it back inside the 40-yard line. The pressure from the left side. Lions take a timeout here. Stop the clock with 17 seconds left. That's their final timeout for the first half. And the Lions took the opening kickoff, so the Eagles will receive the ball first to start the second half.
Quite the ebb and flow sometimes, it seems like, on the offensive side of things. We had plenty of time in the first couple drives we had here for Austin to pass, and now that it seems like the pressure is getting to us just a touch.
Yeah, it's a couple lapses on some containment on the outside. We're going to kind of shore that up. I'm sure a lot to talk about in the locker room at halftime. A reminder, next week we'll be on the road in Lubbock, the great city of Lubbock, Texas.
Thank you, Steve.
For Lubbock Trinity Christian hosting your Lions.
Out of you.
Yes, hey, I'm excited. Make the trek out there. We'll be bringing you that. Kick off at 7 p.m. Have our pregame probably starting around 6:30, 6:25 or so. And hope to have a chance to talk to Coach Wiley, I think is his name, the head coach for Trinity Christian. They're also the Lions, Jack, so it's the Lions versus Lions next week.
You're never going to screw that up, are you?
I know, right? Nice play there by the Lions. That's easy to do. Even I can get that one right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, reminder, homecoming week here, so all of the homecoming festivities to take place here at halftime. We'll have them in their entirety coming up at halftime.
Boy, you look at the sideline. You have very few healthy players out there.
You've got
got a lot of jeans and jerseys.
A lot of jeans and boots and just jerseys on. Yep. Aunt Sue Ann, currently in Leander, watching Sterling Atkins, number 25, looking for Brother Funny on the sidelines. Brother Funny, I think, is over there on the chain gang, I believe, Sue Ann. So 17 seconds left. See, this might be the last play depending on what happens here. Hand off to Jake Ford. He's going to take it up the middle. Lions going to be content to run the clock out, which is probably the smart thing to do, Jack, and avoid any catastrophes here.
You're not going to get an argument out of me on this one, Steve.
They do line up quickly if they're trying to get a snap off. I don't know that they can. 1 second. Yeah, the clock has just expired. Yeah, that's what they were going. They were going to try to get another play off, Jack, but weren't able to do it. So,
yeah, I mean, in summary, real quick, we've said this was going to be an evenly matched game, and this is probably what you could expect.
Yep. Well, it's been that. We can't any more even than 14-all here at halftime. So, again, stick around. Coming up halftime, the homecoming festivities coming up next here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
Please stand, and if you are already standing on the sideline, please wave to the stands. Please give the alumni a big Faith welcome home. Thank you, alumni. We are proud of our Faith graduates. And now, we are pleased to present our 2024 Faith Christian School Homecoming Court. Representing the freshman class are Madison Stewart and Hayden Barnett. Madison Lauren Stewart is accompanied by her parents, Jeff and Amy Stewart. Madison is a member of White's Chapel Methodist Church. She enjoys playing guitar and piano, singing, reading, traveling, and hanging out with friends. Madison is a member of the Chapel Band, Lion Business Academy, and a member of the Grapevine Faith cheer and softball teams. Her favorite subject is science, and her favorite verse is Isaiah 43:2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Stewart. Hayden James Barnett is accompanied by his parents, Chris and Cassandra Barnett. Hayden attends Shawnee Trail Church of Christ. Hayden's interests include playing baseball and cooking. His favorite subject here at Faith is ancient civilizations, and his favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Barnett. The sophomore class representatives are Rowan Atkins and Jace Walker. Rowan K. Atkins is escorted by her mom, Julie, and her brother, Sterling. Rowan attends Lonesome Dove Baptist Church. She enjoys traveling to the beach or mountains, going to the lake, and spending time with her family and friends. She especially loves getting time with her brother, Sterling, even if he never lets her pick the music in the car. Rowan is on the cheer and soccer teams. She's a member of Student Council and the Lion Business Academy. Her favorite subject is Bible, and her favorite verse is 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Rowan Atkins. Jace Ryan Walker is accompanied by his parents, Brent and Julie Walker. Jace is a member of 121 Community Church. He enjoys playing football, baseball, and going hunting. Jace represented Grapevine Faith Christian School as District Honorable Mention in baseball last season. His favorite subject is math, and his favorite verse is 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, Jace Walker. This year's junior homecoming representatives are Jenna McCauley and Corbin Irwin. Jenna Catherine McCauley is escorted by her parents, Eric and Lindsay McCauley. Jenna is an active member of Capel Bible Church. Her favorite subject at Grapevine Faith is English. Jenna is a member of National Honor Society, Lion Business Academy, and Student Leadership University. She enjoys photography and hanging out with friends. Her favorite verse is Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenna McCauley. Escorting Corbin, Barry, Irwin are his parents, Barry and Roxanne Irwin. Corbin is a member of Fellowship Church. His favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. His favorite subject is history, and he enjoys playing football, video games, working out, and spending time with friends and family. Corbin is a member of the varsity football team. He is also a captain on the varsity football team. He is a member of the Student Leadership University and a recipient of the Lionheart Award, and he is in the Lion Business Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, Corbin Irwin. And now, our homecoming king and queen nominees representing Faith Christian School senior class of 2025. Our first nominees are Sophia Girolamo and Ethan Barker. Sophia Christine Girolamo is being escorted by her parents, Marcus and Andrea Girolamo. Sophia is a 4-year varsity girls basketball player, a member of National Honor Society, attended SLU 101, 201, and 301. Over the years, as a member of the varsity basketball team, she has received second team All-District, first team All-District, All-State Honorable Mention, first team All-District, second team All-State, Defensive Player of the Year, exceeded the 1,000-point threshold, and Academic All-State. She has also received the Order of the Lion Award. She loves dogs and smiley faces. She enjoys basketball, wake surfing, skiing, snowboarding, watching college basketball, and is planning on being a trauma care flight nurse. Sophia's favorite subjects are anatomy and physiology. She attends White's Chapel Methodist Church. Her favorite Bible verse is 1 John 4:19. We love because he first loved us. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Girolamo. Ethan Reginald Barker is being escorted by his parents, Dory and Chris Barker. Ethan is a member of Brookhaven Church. His favorite subjects are anatomy and physiology, biology, and chemistry. Ethan enjoys playing soccer, fishing, hunting, and other outdoor activities. He is a member of Grapevine Faith Varsity Soccer and Varsity Track. He is the NHS Chaplain, Student Congress Senator, Student Ambassador, and a chapel band member. His favorite Bible verse is Hebrews 4:15 through 16. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weakness, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Barker. Our second pair of senior nominees are Shyla Besh and Jake Ford. Shyla Ray Besh is being escorted by her parents, Brett and Cherry Besh. Shyla's favorite subject here at Faith is English. She enjoys spending time with loved ones and traveling. She wants to give a shout out to her sisters, Cora, Olivia, and Pippi. Shyla is a third-year varsity cheerleader, a member of National Honor Society, Lion Business Academy, and a worship leader. She is a member of First Baptist Grapevine, and her favorite Bible verse is Psalm 118:6. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? Ladies and gentlemen, Shyla Ray Besh. Escorting Jake Martin Ford are his parents, Barry and Ellen Ford. Jake is the president of English literature. Jake's favorite verse is Romans 8:38 through 39. For I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus our Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Ford. The final nominees from the senior class are Sienna Ostimore and Landon Harlan. Sienna Jane Ostimore is being escorted by her parents, Jason Ostimore and Sarah Fox. Sienna is the National Honor Society president, the social officer in the student council, and serves as the varsity basketball manager. She enjoys crafting, traveling, spending time with friends, volunteering, and her favorite subject is history. Sienna is a member of Compass Christian Church. Her favorite Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 16:14. Let all that you do be done in love. Ladies and gentlemen, Sienna Ostimore. Landon Cole Harlan is being escorted by his parents, Marcus, Jenna, and Matt. Landon's favorite subject is math. He enjoys playing NBA 2K, wake surfing, and cars. He was named the 2024 Basketball District MVP and second team All-State. He attends Church at the Cross, and his favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:6 through 7, which says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Harlan. Congratulations to our 2024 homecoming court. Please welcome back our class of 2001 homecoming queen, Whitney Forchie, to present tonight's queen, and class of 2018 king, Price Peaton, to present this year's homecoming king. And now is the moment we have all been waiting for, the crowning of our new king and queen. And your Grapevine Faith Christian School homecoming queen of 2024 is Shyla Besh. The Grapevine Faith Christian School homecoming king of 2024 is Jake Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you your 2024 Grapevine Faith Christian School homecoming king, queen and king, Miss Shyla Besh and Mr. Jake Ford. We would like to sincerely thank all those whose hard work and dedication made this evening a memorable event for our students as well as our school. Now let's get ready for the second half of our Grapevine Faith Lions football game. Entering the field are the award-winning Southwest Christian School Eaglettes. The Eaglettes are led by Junior Officer Kyla Brewer, Senior First Lieutenant Hannah McDaniel, and Senior Captain Rachel Anderson. The dance team is under the direction of Nicole Wheat and Assistant Coach Marissa Wheat. Tonight, the Eaglettes are performing a jazz routine to You Make Me Feel. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Southwest Christian School Eaglettes. Please welcome to the field the award-winning SCS Eagle Drumline. The Eagle Drumline is under the direction of Clint Lockhart. Joining the drumline are the SCS Rockin' Eagles. The team includes Madeline Donovan, Adelaide Harrell, Samira Rainey, and Jada Robinson, and is led by Coach Katie Gear and Coach Brandy Dixon. The drumline is led this year by drum captain Kyle Barrington, lieutenants are Bryce Heinrich, Lola Mason, and Kason Green. Bass section leader is Tyler Heinrich. This week, outstanding drumline member is Jeremy Willman. Ladies and gentlemen, the Southwest Christian School Eagle Drumline performing the second movement of their 2024 taps competition show, Zombies on the Run. Introducing the Grapevine Faith Lioness. Introducing the Grapevine Faith Lionettes. The officers are Captain Reagan Van Til, Chaplain Ella Armstrong, Dance Officer Samantha Lope, Social Officer Ruby Clark, and the Lionette of the Week is awarded to Ruby Clark. The Lionettes will now entertain you with their game day kick routine. Give it up for your Lionette. And now, welcome to the field, your JV and varsity cheerleading squads, who are led by captains Lady Perry and Kendall Reynolds. Give it up for your junior varsity and varsity faith cheerleaders. Alex Martinez, please make your way up to the press box. Alex Martinez, please make your way up to the press box. Thank you.
We are back here at Grapevine Ford Field, just finishing up halftime here for homecoming week at Grapevine Faith Christian School. Steve Anthony alongside Jack Wharton. Coming up for the second half. We are tied at 14. And, Jack, we were just discussing some opportunities there for the Lions defense. They've got to figure out a way to stop that run. Jones really kind of just ran at will, and they hand the ball off. He just powers up the middle for 6-7 yards at a time. They're going to have to figure out a way to curb that.
Yeah, the rushing attack has been strong for Southwest Christian. Kind of looking at some of these stats from the first half. I didn't even bother trying to do the rushing for the other team, but they held the ball for about almost a full quarter in one drive alone.
Yeah.
And then, but for Austin Cosby, 9 of 13, 129 yards, one interception, of course. And then rushing, Jake Ford had 21 yards rushing and a TD. Walker Little, 2 yards rushing. And then Austin Cosby, 13 yards in losses, but, those are 2 sacks that they had. Receiving, you had Noah Smith with 88 yards receiving. And then you had Charlie Bunch with 31 yards receiving and a touchdown. And then we had Cannon Hunter with 9 yards receiving. Okay. Steve's going to go handle some personal issues upstairs, some discipline issues with our camera people. I'm kidding. He's not going to do that. He's just going upstairs to handle our camera. Coming back to action here. Southwest Christian will receive the kick in the second half. Again, score tied 14-all. Pretty decent half for Grapevine Faith. One of their better halves they put together this year. And looking strong. Again, we mentioned at the pregame that they were going to be a little more evenly matched opponent for Grapevine Faith and Southwest Christian, and with Grapevine Faith as well, both looking for their first conference win. So Cade Johnson placing the ball down on the 40-yard line, getting ready to make a kick. Looks like everybody's ready to go. Cade Johnson.
Hey, we're not kicking at the 10, right?
Getting ready to kick it off. Kick is away. Caught by number 6 for Southwest Christian. Trying to make something out of nothing and gets about a 5-yard return, maybe 7. Going to be brought down at the Southwest Christian 37-yard line. First down for the Eagles. They will start it off at their 39-yard line. I bet we're going to see a steady diet of rushing in this drive for Grapevine Faith.
Yes. No, just us. Just us 3. No, we'll put you on offense.
This is going to be the best starting position for Southwest Christian so far this game. They actually had in the aside from the turnover, that this is going to be the best starting position for Southwest Christian.
Thank you, Jack. Had to do a little quick tutorial on how to run the camera.
Oh, goodness.
Boy, big run there right there from the first play from scrimmage.
Steve's got a little more energy. I know, folks. I hear you.
Jones, man, with the big, powerful run. We've seen that. Entire first half, and there's the first play from scrimmage in the second half, and a gain of 8 right off the bat.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted, Steve.
Nope. They're going to have to figure that out, I'm sure that was a topic of discussion at halftime. But Southwest Christian again has been very effective at running the football, threw the ball. Surprisingly, though, their second touchdown was the touchdown pass from Hostetler, and we expected them to run the football. They scored their second touchdown on a nice touchdown pass. Hufstetler under center. Pitch to Jones out to the right side. Lions giving pursuit, and again, another huge run by Jones. More than enough for a first down inside of Lions territory, and that's going to move the chains for the Eagles.
Yeah, Jones with another 10 yards here. I mean, this is kind of what you didn't want to have happen in the second half. Jones running the ball.
Well, you're going to have to figure out some penetration in the gaps and figure out a way to put a helmet on that kid before he's got a head of steam going. He's 5 yards into the secondary before anybody even touches him. Man in motion for the Eagles. Another handoff to Jones, right up the middle, scoots to the outside, still on his feet.
He's got those legs turning so fast by the time he hits that first line of defense.
Yeah, gain of 7 on the play they give him. Yeah, just not seeing much success defensively, trying to figure out the a run defense to combat that running game of the Eagles. Second down and 4, we'll call it. Inside the 40-yard line, about the ball at the 36-yard line. Little inside handoff. Stack them up, but that's another first down run for the Eagles.
Yeah, about a 5-yard gain.
They did a little misdirection there, so they did a kind of a trap play handoff on the inside, and then they faked the pitch to Jones. Very kind of a traditional kind of smash mouth football scheme by the Eagles. They don't nothing really fancy, no real trick plays that we've seen, but man, they just hand the ball off and just run it down your throat. Big line up front for the Eagles.
Yeah, like you said, you kind of hoped when you went to the locker room that they were going to figure out a way to stop the number 22. And he came out of nowhere. I mean, he wasn't on the first 2 drives for Southwest Christian.
Yeah, they were holding out on the Lions. And we're tied at 14, underway here in the second half. Handoff to Jones, right up the middle again. Still churning his feet.
Take him backwards.
Stacked up there, inside the 30-yard line at the 29. So gain of, we'll call it a gain of 3 on the play.
I call that a win is what I call that, Steve.
Yeah, you'll take that.
Yeah.
That's not an 8-yard scamper like we've seen from Jones on several of his carries here early in the series.
Yeah, anything less than 5 yards is probably a win if Jones gets the ball.
Well, again, ball control offenses on both sides, Eagles and the Lions just running the ball. The Lions, did have that turnover late in the first half, which led to the Eagles' second score. Pitch to Jones here on the near side. There's a face mask and a hold.
I was like, it's right
Colton
in front
Edwards.
of you.
Colton Edwards was grabbed
right
by the
in
face
front
mask,
of you.
and then the shoulder pads, and He's adjusting his jersey now to kind of get everything back in order. But big run there, another first down run. And inside the 20-yard line now.
Yeah, they picked up about 8 yards on that one. We were just talking about that, trying to hold them under 5 would be good.
Well, your defense got to come up with a big play. You could use a turnover of some sort, fumble most likely, since they're probably going to run the football 10 times out of 10. Oh, play action. Huffstetler rolls to his right.
Oh, gosh, there's 2 guys over there. He had to make a decision.
Knocked down. Good play there by Cannon Hunter. There is a penalty flag down here on the near sideline by the linesman.
And then you got another flag down, too.
Yep,
Poor
right in the middle.
Poor Cannon Hunter had to cover 2 guys in one area over there.
Ineligible man downfield by the offense. Let's see what the Lions choose to do here. Yep, they're going to back him up. So ineligible man downfield. That's a 5-yard penalty, and they'll repeat first down. Lions trying to play a little field position.
You know, maybe the Southwest Christian shouldn't try to throw the balls. Nothing good has happened.
Just like, I mean, I'd just be like, here, hand it off, give it to Jones, give it to Jones. Speaking of, he's in the backfield. Another I formation. Huffstetler under center with 2 receivers here on the near side. There's a handoff to Jones.
Weird.
He's out over the left
tackle.
tackle.
Made the stop. Oh, goodness.
Well, they hit him initially, had him rolled up, and then he squirted free.
Yeah, but they still kind of, I guess he picked up 7 yards on that pickup, 8 yards. Sorry.
Yeah, got all the penalty back and then a couple. So
I was excited. I saw them only moving 2 yards past that down mark. I forgot about the penalty. So, all right, though. It's 2nd down and long. Maybe we get a good stop here.
You talked earlier about kids going both ways. We saw that a lot last year. Bear Couch in there on the defensive front, who's normally offensive lineman, offensive tackle.
Just to clarify, less people are going 2 ways this year.
Yes, fewer. Yes. I knew what you meant. Yeah. Just make a note there. I formation again. Huffstetler under center. Shocker handoff to Jones. He's up the middle, scoots to his right. Stiff arms a kid. Got a couple of guys falling down. Corbin Irwin finally brings him down inside the 5-yard line. That is a first down run and then some.
Yeah.
So bring up 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line at the 4 for the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like one of our players got kind of tripped up by that yard marker or the yard line.
Tripped over the yard line there, as you mentioned. 6:50 left here in the second half. Excuse me, in the third quarter. We just started the second half. We're tied at 14. You can let us know where you're listening from tonight, 817-980-7994, 817-980-7994. I'd love to hear where you're watching from.
That's a clock eater, too, Steve.
There's a handoff to Jones. Stacked up. Austin Odette hits him early, but still on his feet, finally taken down. Mercy. He was, like you said, Jack, that his legs just look like continuing to just grind. I want to say, give a shout-out to Grammy and Grandpa Bowling from Long Beach, California. They are with the Bowling family in Montrose, Colorado, watching Austin Bowling, number 55, and the Lions. And they say, go Lions. So,
wait a minute.
Grammy and Grandpa Bowling, great to hear from you.
They're in Colorado, but they're from Long Beach?
They're from Long Beach, but they're in Colorado currently watching.
You confused me there. I was
I'm
just
sorry.
trying to figure that out.
Trying to
add up stuff in my head. That hurts when I'm trying
to
do stuff.
Sorry, you got a couple marbles rolling around there. We put some stress on them.
They're going to plow this down the middle,
Second down and goal. Handoff to Jones again. He's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Barely even touched.
Yep. Another flex. You can do that. You can celebrate. We're doing that now. All right. Well, man. So, Jack, your defense was on the field a long time in that second quarter. They're just now been on it here for just about almost 7 minutes here to start the second half. You've got to put an offensive drive together here that again, ball control, holds onto the football, and eats up some of the clock and gives your defense a chance to get a break.
Yeah, like I said, the time of possession in that first half was basically even, but that one drive they were on the field for almost 9 minutes, I think. Yeah, they ate up 9 minutes and 14 seconds they covered in that one drive, and that's going to get you a little bit tired.
Yep. Can't sustain that for very long.
No.
That kick extra point was good. So the Eagles now lead. No, you're good. You're good. Lions lead 21-14.
Eagles lead 21-14.
Eagles, excuse me. Eagles, yep. Shyla Besh crowned the homecoming queen for 2024.
Who's the homecoming queen or king?
That would be your one and only Jake Ford, number 10. Jake Ford, number 10 in your program, number 1 in your heart.
I know this may shock you,
king.
Steve, but I coached Jake Ford back in the day in lacrosse, and his nickname was Jake from State Farm.
Well, you don't want to know what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say, hey, this is going to surprise you, but I was the homecoming king at my senior year.
I don't even know if I made it to the homecoming game that year. Wasn't quite as big as it is now.
Oh, gosh, it's funny. We'll give you some scores here. Halftime, Liberty over Parish Episcopal, 28-13. Here's kickoff by the Eagles.
Liberty University or?
Yes.
Okay.
Cannon Hunter with the fair catch about the 15-yard line, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Waxahachie over Cedar Hill, 21-7 at halftime. Plano and McKinney Boyd in the second quarter tied at 21. Coppell over Louisville, 20-14 in the third quarter, just underway there in the second half.
Great Edward Griffin, that quarterback for Coppell.
Another crosstown rivalry in Irving. Irving Tigers hosting the Nimitz Vikings. Irving up 21-20 in the second quarter.
That's a little bit of a shocker. You missed out on the JV game last year that Mark Edwards and I did from Irving MacArthur's high school field.
That's right. I watched that game. I was out of town on business, but I watched that game. All right, 1st and 10, handoff to Jake Ford right up the middle. Nice little drive there on first down. So gets out over the 30-yard line. And
he's got a little bit of homecoming king energy in him.
Yeah, it's a good carry there, but he does have some homecoming king energy. Got the look just driving off of that high. Legacy Christian hosting Prestonwood. That game is tied at 14 at halftime.
That's a little bit of a shocker,
Prestonwood came back there, yep. Denton Geyer over Marcus, 14-6 at halftime. All right, 2nd down and 5. Lions at their own 32-yard line. Hand off to Ford again up the middle. Looking to pick up some blocks. He's pulled down. Oh, man. Slade got rolled up on. He's getting up. Okay, he's good. Well, that was scary for a second. Well, he's getting up slowly.
It's good for you. I mean,
it's a good sign that he's getting up, Jack, is what I meant. Not good for Slade. Good. He got rolled up on.
You talk about players that we haven't had out on the field for us. Jake Ford's an interesting player. He hadn't played running back until this season.
Yep. Yeah, he's been defensive back, or injured his shoulder and had surgery in the offseason. And so won't see him on the defensive side of the ball anytime soon, but he's really done a yeoman's job stepping in for the injured Jace Walker tonight. Another handoff to Ford. Cuts it over around the right tackle. Drives his leg forward. He's got more than enough for a first down out near the 40-yard line, and that's going to move the chains.
Yeah, good 5-yard pickup there from Jake.
Jake from State Farm on the carry. There.
Well, I didn't want to say that again because I want to make sure we get our money from State Farm.
That's what I'm going to say. No more freebies there.
Yeah.
All right, so good sign there by the Lions moving the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Cosby back to pass here on first down. Pass across the middle.
Oh, what a catch
by Noah Smith.
What was that?
He's hit. There's got to be a penalty flag coming in for that. How is that not a penalty?
Goodness gracious.
Not only did he hit him in the head. I am the folks over at the Grapevine Colleyville Stadium 2 miles away saw that one. It was in front of everybody. The officials are talking about something. Maybe they're talking about the concussion that Noah Smith just incurred. I don't know how you missed that. That's the second penalty not on Noah, but there's been I don't understand.
The back judge was coming in there saying it was a catch running in there, but he's looking right at him. No catch now. They're saying no catch.
They're saying, okay, so incomplete, and you can hit the guy after he's down. So, all right. Man, the rules are fuzzy. I got to do a better job of keeping up with these rule changes every week. Look, man, we do give the officials a hard time, and I umpire baseball, so I should be better. But I'm just they're going to make mistakes. But
let me know when you're umpiring a game. I'm coming.
One like
that,
Come on, Blue.
Come on, Blue.
But a play like that, Jack, where it's in front of God and everybody, everybody in the stadium sees it. Like, how do you not throw the flag? Incomplete pass, fine. We're going to miss those. But that one right there was just you can't miss that.
Yeah, the back judge was looking right at it too. That's what confused me.
Pass here intended for Charlie Bunch, falls incomplete. So that's a second down pass that's incomplete, brings up third down.
Looked like we had two receivers running the same route on that one, Steve.
Yeah, a little confusing. Charlie and Noah ended up right next to each other. Noah almost reached out for that ball and then realized it was not going to him, so he let it go, and it ends up incomplete. So third down play here for the Lions. Well, you really want to see them maintain this drive, Jack. We were just talking about that. Have a nice, long, sustained drive and eat some time off the clock and give your defense a rest. So let's hope they can convert here. Cosby back to pass. Looking deep for Charlie Bunch.
How is that?
There's a penalty flag down.
Goodness gracious.
Yep. Several flags coming in there, yep.
Oh, gosh.
Number 10 was draped over Charlie like a cape, and they do throw the penalty flag there. So the Lions finally end up on the right side of the ledger on that.
You know, watching that play, Steve, it looks like we have some speed on the outside versus their cornerbacks. Maybe keep running that play until it doesn't work anymore.
Try to manipulate that, yep.
I hate to sound like the olden days when I used to complain about the same play being called over and over again, but just run it until they stop it, I guess.
Update from Fort Worth, All Saints up 43-0 over Lubbock Trinity Christian. That's in the third quarter.
I bet the people from Lubbock are happy they can get that running clock in the second half and get home.
Exactly. I got a story about that. I got to tell you, Barry Orange was telling me this morning. He was laughing last week. All right, little pump fake. There's that play again, looking for Noah Smith. And almost intercepted. No penalty flags on the play, but almost intercepted there by
There was going to be one. It may have been offensive pass interference on that one.
Yeah.
He need to be on the inside of that. I think that's probably what their coaches are going to tell them. You got to be on the inside of it to get them draped over your back. Okay, so the story about Barry.
Barry and Corbin, they watch the broadcast every week a couple of times before they watch the huddle film.
I probably got a text from Corbin on this one.
Right, and they were laughing at you like, oh, okay, well, the clock should be running here. Looking forward to running clock. They were like you were ready to get home and that it was going to be running clock. You were super excited, almost too excited about it. Inside handoff to Jake Ford. Oh. Wow. Outside pressure there for number 7. Slade Chandler on the tackle.
Okay, I want to go back to your story, but I'm a little confused on how he could have lost a ball. He lost a yard. He fell down on the
Well, the line was pushing towards the right side, but it got kind of stopped up.
I don't know.
Number 7 came from the outside linebacker position and drug him down from behind before the line could really move it downfield.
He looked like he was falling on the line marker.
Third and 11.
Line of scrimmage, sorry.
3rd and 9, excuse me. It is 3rd and 11, sorry.
Well, he was complaining because 2 years ago when we were talking about, I guess it was last season, about getting home from Woodland Christian. It's that time I kept saying, I got to get home.
Snap back to Cosby. Looks to his right. Intercepted.
Wow.
Slade Chandler on the interception. He's the one that made that tackle a while ago, so that's going to turn the ball over. And the Eagles are going to start off with great field position at their own 49-yard line. Again, the Eagles leading 21-14. They scored on their first possession here to start the second half.
Well, goodness gracious.
Yep, not the result that you want. You see some frustration in the on the bench here as well. All right, well, defense, opportunity for you to step up here, man. A lot's been put on their shoulders tonight already.
Hey, guys.
They've had to carry quite the load.
Focus on 22.
Yeah, ball is going to 22. You can just tell you that right now. Man in motion. That's just a distraction because there's a handoff right up the middle to Jones.
Oh, gosh.
Still on his feet, and he's out.
Almost looked like Robbie Stevens ran right into Corbin when he was making the pursuit there. But
a gain of only 4 there. Looked like it was a little bit more, like 6 or 7.
That's a win. That's a win.
But it's inside of Lions territory to the Lions' 47-yard line. 2 minutes, 31 seconds left here with the clock running in the third quarter. Lions trailing 21-14. They jumped out to a 14-0 lead. And the Eagles have come storming back. Scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. And on their first possession here of the third quarter to take the lead 21-14. Man in motion.
That's
big man in motion.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like an
Jones
offensive
around
line.
The right side. He's still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds. Looks like we're trying to do a lot of arm tackling, Jack, and I'm not the smartest knife in the place where you keep the knives, but you're not going to arm tackle Jones. That kid is way too powerful and too big.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hit him and have to hit him hard and hit him low.
Yeah.
And the Lions just are not doing that.
Yeah, if you're going to arm tackle him, at least put a fist in the ball area and see if you pop that thing out.
Midland Christian on top of Fort Worth Christian Cardinals 14-13 in the third quarter. It's been a close game from the get-go, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that.
Oh, Midland Christian. Okay.
Yep. Another handoff to Jones, right up the middle, still on his feet. Oh, gosh. About a 8-yard run. Yeah, 8-yard run. It went 7 yards before anybody even touched him.
You reminded last year in the Division II NCAA championship between Harding University and the great Colorado School of Mines. I don't think Harding threw a ball in that game last year.
They just ran it the whole time as well?
Ran it the whole time.
Well,
I believe that's Coach Ware's alma mater.
It is Harding. Yes, Harding is. Yeah, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. And
boy, you're a high school kid trying to go play college football, Division II, whatever you want to do, and you're going to a school that doesn't throw the ball at all.
Well, yeah.
We finally bobbled that ball, and we still couldn't get it.
Still got it. Still on his feet. Finally taken out of bounds. Moves the chains, though. Our outstanding chain gang. Moving the change down for another first down. Well, this defense has been on the field a long time, Jack, tonight. And we're a minute 15 left here in the third quarter, so have another quarter to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can hold, a huge victory here, Jack, hold them to a field goal. Maybe even get a turnover. I'll go ahead. I'll speak that into existence. Why not? Yes, I'm trying to jinx you. Southwest Christian offense. Yeah, I guess the wide receivers for Southwest Christian, they just get some running in during the game because they don't. There's whistle. Let's see. Timeout call. I think Southwest Christian. Yeah, if you're a receiver, you're just running these ghost patterns because Jones is 30 yards away, running 30 yards north-south.
Yeah. Knox Wharton came up here after when you were upstairs working on the camera, and he was questioning where you were. He thought maybe something bad had happened to you.
Yeah, I thought our security detail was sharp enough to keep the likes of him out of here. I already have to deal with his dad. So. Hey, a big thank you to our sponsor for the evening, Victory Church. Victory helps people develop deep, thriving relationships with Jesus and with one another, and you and your family can experience this at one of their worship gatherings hosted here at Grapevine Faith High School on Saturdays at 4 p.m. or Sundays at 10 p.m. Visit victory.church/grapevine for more information. Thanks to Victory Church for tonight's game sponsor.
Not much chatter coming across the
no
the YouTube feed tonight.
Just Mr. Demarest is all. Thanks to our platinum sponsors. Chick-fil-A Southlake, TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Thank you to the St. Romain family and Chick-fil-A Southlake.
We're not even getting chatter from the opposing team like we normally do.
First and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Lions' 22-yard line. Handoff to Jones. Barely touched. Finally taken down by Tyler Brown. But out to, they're going to move the chains again. Another first down run.
Yeah, right at 10-yard gain there by Jones.
Yeah.
I really wish you had found out about Jones before this game. He is just hammering that ball down the middle and never touched it on those first two drives for them.
Yeah. They just held him out, I guess, to kind of hope surprise.
20. Yep.
All right, they're in the huddle. Guys are handing it off to Jones. Break. All right.
On two.
I'll bet you $1 million.
Here we go.
Handoff to Jones.
Here we go.
I formation, first and 10 for the Eagles at the Lions' 13-yard line. Handoff to Jones. Inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5-yard line. Man, he is just really running at will at this point, Jack. It's taken 2 or 3 Lions to bring him down at all. Well, boy, you score here, Jack. You're down 2. It's a 16 seconds. This probably they're probably going to let the clock run out and end the third quarter. So you're going to go into the fourth quarter. If you hold them a field goal, you'd be down 10. But if they get it in here, Jack, you're down 2 scorers to start the fourth quarter. A lot of football left. There's plenty of time left, but you're going to have to find a way defensively to stop the run, and you're going to have to find a way offensively to, number one, not turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And number 2, get a sustained drive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have an answer for you other than to tackle the ball carrier. I mean, that's see, if you see the guy get the ball, tackle him as quickly as you can before you can get through that first line of defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at the offensive line down the bench, Jack, and they just beleaguered, and they're just frustrated with just the inability to move the football here. Again, their first 2 drives were great, man. They just really kind of did what they wanted.
They. I'm just looking back on some of the stats from that first half. I mean, they really did look very good on the first 2 drives we had the ball. I mean, that got you up 14-0 and kind of got the thing going. You had that fake punt, which was really a very, very well executed fake punt. Got you up 14-0, and now it's just been a defensive. Folks, we're trying to we're helping with we've got a camera operator that is young and just trying to learn on how to do the camera, and so Mr. Anthony is also in charge of babysitting the camera operator. So he's back on, and he has not said anything negative, but he's back. He just kind of gets up right away, and I have to figure out what to say at that point.
Yeah, you got to fill. It's about fill. Tell a joke. No, actually, don't tell a joke.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, second down and about 5. Ball at the 6-yard line. Hand off to Jones. And he's tripped up. Nice tackle there. Gain of a couple, so he's going to get
just short of the first down there, Steve. All right.
And then you get to the 2 for a first down. And they can get a first down without going in the end zone, obviously. So 3rd down.
It's going to shock you a little bit, Steve, but
there is a player down. I believe that's Jones that's down on the field. They're running back.
I know this may shock you just a touch, though. There's been 2, 4, 6, 7 plays run, and guess what? All runs.
I am shocked. Didn't see that coming. Well, man,
he's up. Well, he's got a little hitch. No, he's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
He's he's jogging now off on his own power. I wonder if it was a cramp of some sort.
Well, I mean, he's got to be. Aside from one run in the last 2 drives, 3 rushes have been done by one other person besides Jones. So he's an integral part of this offense. Maybe they're going to try to pass and we'll get a sack here. No, it looks like they're going to that full house backfield.
Yeah, they got they do have a full house with Huffstetler, under center. Hand off to number 20. Stacked up immediately there. Nice hit there by the defensive front.
Let's get a good spot here. Let's make the spot work here.
Gain of a couple, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see what they're bringing Jones back in the game. So that our excitement of him possibly, not his excitement of being injured, but our excitement of him maybe not coming back in the game is short-lived.
Yeah.
Glad that he's okay, obviously.
That was no gain on that one.
Well, I guess they figure here, Jack, if they don't score, you're going to make the line start deep in their own territory.
Why not? That's okay, Steve. We'll take it. I like it. Tee it up. Watch the toss right is where I think this is going.
I guess it's going to Jones. Shocker.
Run right.
And he's hit. I don't know if he has it, Jack.
No, he does not.
I think they stopped him. Absolutely they stopped him. Big stop there by the defensive front of the Lions.
Wow.
Boy, you needed that then, and you got it. It's a great job defense after being on the field a long time.
Yeah, that's a good stop there, and that gives them the rest. They got a lot more energy. Momentum may have shifted just a touch, Steve.
Well, score remains 21-14. The Eagles leading. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game. The Lions take over. They are deep in their own territory at their own 4-yard line. But they've got the ball back, and you kept them out of the end zone, and kept points off the board, no field goal or anything. So that was huge stand there for the defense.
Yeah, you're the one that said we needed to stop them to a field goal. We stopped them totally, Steve.
Yep, completely. All right, let's see what they have dialed up here deep in their own territory.
Well, I hope.
Got to avoid turning the ball over, Jack.
Yeah.
That's critical.
Yep, especially deep in our territory. Are we down on offensive lineman? It looks.
Yeah, Bear Couch is. We actually do not have
he's
a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Offensive tackle.
Yeah. There's a penalty flag. Well, so there's a penalty flag down, but then they gave him the timeout first.
I was going to say,
I think
Couch was offsides.
I think it was at the food truck or something. I don't know where he came out of nowhere from the bench, and that was a miss there.
Well, again, probably he has been going both ways.
Yeah, he's getting an earful right now from where I can tell you that.
I'm not going to look over at Coach Music right now. I don't think he's happy. I'm not going to look over there.
Yeah,
he's
not.
Looking at
I can confirm that is the case.
Is he looking at me right now?
I can confirm that is the case. Yeah. Yep, Stephanie Cates is watching. And
hello, Mrs. Cates.
Love the Cates family. Great family.
Kids.
Steve and Stephanie, their kiddos, Sarah and Steven. All right, Jack. So the Lions do unfortunately have to burn one of their timeouts. So it's not ideal.
No, you didn't want that, but that's okay. I mean, you haven't lost any yards. I guess you would have lost 1.5 yards had they had the problem, but you also didn't want to snap the ball. That's for sure.
10 minutes, 48 seconds left here in the game. Lions trailing 21-14. Snap back to Cosby. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. He plows forward for a few. We'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play.
Yep. Nice run there by Walker. I mean, you're deep in your territory. Just want to get out of that shadow of the goalpost.
Yep. Brings up a big second down play here. Yep. Yeah, the camera's a little over the place. We get that pass out to the side. Caught by Noah Smith. Still on his feet. Out over the 20-yard line. Finally taken out of bounds. Big gain there.
Good job.
Out over the 20-yard line. So give yourself a lot of breathing room there and moving the football. Boy, that was a little shot in the arm that you needed there, Jack.
Definitely. Nice. We talked about it earlier, too, the yards after the catch between Noah and Charlie Bunch earlier in the game. That was important on that one drive, so they need to keep this momentum going.
Yep, see if they can't sustain a drive here and get this thing in the end zone. Walker Little just to the right of Austin Cosby in the backfield. 2 receivers split on each side. Cosby looking to pass.
Oh,
and
goodness.
He is hit from behind. The ball is down, and that is a fumble, and the Eagles will take over inside the Lions' 20-yard line.
We're just going to keep trading punches here in the second half, it looks like, Steve.
Well, blindside hit there from the left end. Well, I guess the right defensive end, left side of the Lions offensive line. And, man.
We were talking earlier. It looked like in the first couple drives for Grapevine Faith, Cosby had some time in the pocket. As we've gotten further into this game, he's getting less and less time to throw the ball. Maybe get that 1 or 2 second kind of thought process, get it done and out.
Coach Ware down on the bench talking to the offensive line. A couple of missed assignments there, I think. All right, Eagles take over 1st and 10. The Lions 19-yard line. Hand off to Jones. Scoots back towards the middle of the field. Still on his feet, driving the pile forward. Gets an extra 3 yards after they hit him.
I think in my sleep tonight I'm just going to hear Jones running the ball. Run the ball, Jones. 22, running the ball. And your voice. That's where it's really going to throw me off a little bit.
I'm going to haunt you in your dream.
Oh, my gosh. Handoff. Jones, 5-yard gain. Just kidding, folks. That's like a 6-yard gain on that one.
I forget it was that. I think it was either Homeschool Association or the team out of Houston. It was just like they kept calling his name, and finally I think my wife was like, okay, we get it. We got it. He's getting the ball. Okay, we understand. A lot of that tonight. Inside handoff there to the fullback who drives it forward. Still on his feet. Finally taken down inside right at the 5-yard line. That's going to move the chains, bring up 1st and goal. Man, really unfortunate scenario there because you had them stopped. You had a great stop by the defense. Kept him out of the end zone. Turned the ball over on downs. Little 2 or 3 yard run by Walker Little, then a nice pass to Noah Smith that takes you out over the 20-yard line. And then on the next play from scrimmage, Austin Cosby hit from the backside and fumbles the ball. So
yeah.
3rd turnover inside the Lions territory, which has been really, really just backbreaking for them tonight. Another inside handoff to the fullback.
Same play again. Run it till they stop us.
Nice stop there by.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're setting it up for a little pitch here to Jones to go around the right side over here. 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line.
tough night tonight, Steve. This is not how I wanted it to go.
Yep. This is, man, the momentum and the energy, it couldn't be more night and day from what it was early on. Another full house back in the field for the Eagles. Handoff to, nope, play action. Huffstetler rolls to his left.
Get him.
And they take him down. Nice play there. Jackson Walker. You need to walk away from that. Don't get a flag there and stand over him.
We don't have the luxury of luckiness here.
You can only flex. You can only flex and show the team up in the end zone. You can't do that.
I think you're right, though. You really just need to walk away. You got a successful play there, and
the last thing you need would be an unsportsmanlike conduct there. So nice defensive play there by Jackson Walker, and takes him back to the 10-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 10. Jack, I would suspect there's 7 minutes where the clock is running inside of 7.5 minutes left in the game. If they don't convert here on 3rd down and get in the end zone, I would suspect they'd call a timeout. I would suspect you'd see a field goal to make it a 2-score game.
Yeah, and Hostetler? Jeff Hostetler?
Huffstetler, yep.
Not Jeff Hostetler.
No.
Hostetler, he's a good kicker, too. I mean, it wasn't like he's weak at that position. So, again, another classic TAPS player. Kicking, quarterbacking, running.
Yeah,
I mean,
playing all the positions. Water boy.
Yeah.
Trainer.
Well, now, Steve, I don't think Southwest Christian is that crazy, but if they set up for another pass play, another sack, kind of pushes them out of that field goal range.
Yeah, I'd be.
But I think it's going to Jones.
I was going to say almost a greater than 0 chance it's going to Jones here on 3rd down. 3rd and goal from the 10. Again, clock stops, 7 minutes, 19 seconds left in the game. Your Lions trailing 21-14. Yeah, it's been a man. They came out early with a 14-0 lead, and boy, you really thought, man, this one, Lions have got it figured out. But they, very quickly the tide shifted, and the Eagles have clawed their way back in this game. So give them credit, man. They have done a great job of controlling the football. Hand the ball off to Jones. Jones had an absolutely stellar night tonight. I don't even want to know what his stats are.
I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother typing it up.
Yeah, it's a lot. The stat sheet's going to say a lot of yards. There's kind of a little trick play here. Huffstetler looks and throws it out of the end zone. No penalty flags on the play anywhere, so it's going to bring up 4th down. So we'll see what happens. It was a little bit of a trick play there. That's the first one we've seen from them. It was kind of an inside handoff, and then they handed it back off to Huffstetler. He rolled to his right with a design rollout. And, so here's Huffstetler out to attempt a field goal. This is going to be 27-yarder. Well within his range. We've seen in his extra points he's had plenty of legs. This is about 7 yards longer than an extra point. So.
I've seen a block kick run back for a touchdown
Right?
before.
Wouldn't that be great now? I'd be all right with that. Kick is low, and it is no good. It is pulled left, and it is no good. Huffstetler just put his hand upon his helmet like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, I don't know, Steve. I think I'll take that.
Well, I don't know how many lives the Lions have left, Jack. You got out of the predicament on the last drive, getting holding them out of the end zone, taking over on downs, and then you turn the ball over. And once again, you're out at your own 20-yard line. Plenty of time left. 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Lions have 2 timeouts left, trailing 21-14.
80-yard drive here, Steve. Taking off, 5 minutes off the clock. 5+ minutes if we can. That'd be great.
Walker low in the backfield just to the right of Austin Cosby. Snap back. Pass to the far side, complete to Noah Smith. Taken down, hit after about 2 yards on the game.
We talked about it earlier. Again, yards after catch with Noah and Charlie Bunch. I mean, let's just get the ball in their hands and let those offensive playmakers make something happen.
Yep. Walker Little remains in the backfield next to Austin Cosby.
You can almost do it right here with, is that Charlie Bunch or is that Karen Hunter?
Pass complete. Oh, tipped, intended for Jake Ford. Hit him right in the hands and it bounced off.
Again, it seems like we're 2 receivers in the same spot.
He and Noah were literally right on top of each other. It looked almost like Noah was the defensive back on him there. So that'll stop the clock with 6 minutes, 34 seconds left. Again, Lions trailing 21-14 here at homecoming week.
I mean, that's not doing Cosby any good when you get two receivers in the same
Yeah,
area.
there's somebody's running the wrong route there because that I know that's not a design play to have two guys literally on top of each other.
Gotta hope it's not.
Yeah, bringing an extra defensive back into the mix. Nobody wants that. 3rd down and 7. Cosby looking to pass, looks to the near side. Complete to Charlie Bunch. Nice sliding catch there by Charlie Bunch. That's out to the 35-yard line. That's going to move the chain. So 1st down lines, that's a good sign there. There's that shot in the arm that you had from the last drive, Jack. You needed that 1st down. You moved the chains. Now you got to sustain this drive.
Yeah, nice 11-yard pickup there, Charlie Bunch.
Now back to Cosby. Hand off to Walker Little around the right side. And stumbles forward for a gain of maybe, we'll call it 2.
Yeah, that was a nice little 3-yard pickup. I don't know. That's a 3-yard pickup there, Steve. I think that's a pretty good run there by Walker Little. Like to see him stay a little more upright if he could.
Yep. Yeah, it is
a couple more extra yards there.
Yep, it is a gain of 3.
We'll take it, though.
We will.
3
Inside
yards.
of 6 minutes left now for the game. And the Lions trailing 21-14. Ball at their own 37-yard line.
15 seconds.
A couple of players shifting sides. Jake Ford and Cannon Hunter switching sides.
Now you got Jake Ford at wide receiver now.
Design rollout to the right. Austin pumps. Throws downfield. Comes back for the ball, and it caught by Noah Smith. Wow, what a great play.
25-yard pickup. Nice pickup there by Noah Smith.
Jake, Jack, the defensive, had Jake Ford on my head. Defensive backs got their backs turned, and Noah was the only one to see that the ball was underthrown. Austin was throwing on the run, kind of off his back foot.
Yeah.
And didn't have a whole lot behind it, but Noah came back for the ball and made a nice play. All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions. They're inside of Eagles territory at the 40-yard line. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the game with the clock running. Cosby looking to pass, looking deep. He's got Noah Smith. Good coverage there by the Eagles, and that falls incomplete.
About the time that Noah or Austin released that ball, or Coach showed, now,
yeah,
throw the ball.
Got a little bit, I think Noah was looking for it over his left shoulder and it ended up a little bit behind him. Fortunately, it was also out of the reach of the defensive back, so. All right, clock stopped here.
Wasn't outside at halftime, Steve. Right at the beginning, they announced the alumni? Were there a lot of alumni that stood up? And
I was busy, Jack. I didn't see.
All right.
There were some cheers.
Okay, good.
Lions got to get the play off. They barely do get the ball snapped in time.
Play we had at Lake Country that we got called on us.
Yes, agreed.
I think that may have been about at the same time that ball got there, but
yep, and it we're almost the exact same area of the field, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Pretty wild.
Automatic 1st down, going to be a 15-yard pickup there, Steve. We'll take it.
The great Brandon Tucker listening from New Braunfels, Texas. And he's asking about overtime at this level. I don't remember how that overtime works, Jack.
It's the same overtime
as college.
I believe that's
correct.
Start
the 25. And,
yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
So
it's been a long time though. We had one. I just don't remember what game it was. Maybe you weren't here. Actually, you weren't here. It was against Legacy Christian in a driving sleet rainstorm.
Yes, I remember that. Hand off to Jake Ford. I'll hit immediately and taken down for a loss of maybe a half yard on the play. Clock is running. We're 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. Lions trailing 21-14, but they are driving. 2nd down and 11 at the Eagles' 26-yard line. Boy, they've had some close games this year, Jack. This is one they really need to pull out. Love to see it. Pass to Noah Smith on the far side. Gets a couple blocks. He's finally pushed out of bounds.
Taken down hard.
Yep.
But, again, 5-yard pickup there by Noah. Yard after catch is 5. So let's get it in his hands. Let's get going.
3rd down and 6 here. You're definitely in 4-down territory, trailing 21-14 with 4 minutes, 19 seconds left.
You got maybe just try to pick up at least 4 yards here, Steve, if you're going to go for it on 4th down. Obviously, you have to go for 4th down with the way this clock has been running, and Jones is going to be running the ball if he gets the ball back.
Play being signaled in from the sideline here. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They do get it away. Inside handoff to Jake Ford. Nice draw play there. out close to a first down. He's going to be about a yard short, Jack.
Yeah.
But boy, surprised us, and I think surprised the defense. I think they were looking for a pass play there, and a nice little draw play to Jake Ford.
Run it or something quick on the outside.
Well, I think this is essentially your ball game here, Jack. You do have 2 timeouts left, but you're about 4 minutes left, and the Eagles have run the ball at will tonight. So you got to convert here, or your chances really are probably eliminated.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. I think you got to get this first down. I think you're going to give it to Jake Ford. You're going to run it right up the gut.
They're going to have to call a timeout. There's 10 seconds. Inside of 8 seconds left on the play clock. 5 seconds left. I'm not sure if they're going to get this off.
Timeout. Yeah, timeout.
Yeah, they do call timeout.
Yeah, a little struggle to get that play call in there.
Sorry, Coach. Sorry.
Steve, we'd prefer that you not coach up here in the box.
I'm not coaching.
You're not doing anything.
Trying to help outside. Coach Music is Johnny on the spot with that play clock, and when it's down inside of 5, man, he's telling them.
Well, it's that center just doesn't snap the ball.
He's
goodness
no good.
Gracious,
absolutely worthless. Easy. Yeah, Jack, you're right, man. You look on the sideline, you see these kids in jerseys, and they're in jeans or shorts or sweatpants.
Yeah.
A lot of kids that are injured.
It'd be nice to have a full roster.
Yep.
And some, not just this year's roster. Let's get about 10 more kids coming out.
All right, 3 minutes, 31 seconds left. 4th down and 1 for the Lions.
We talked to Jeff Stewart last week from Reliant Air Conditioning, Steve, and he was talking about getting a suit. I don't know if you noticed his purple suit that he had on.
He had the suit.
Is it purple, mauve?
No, it was a blue suit, and he had the
tennis
shoes on.
It was not a blue suit. That was like purple or mauve.
I was running the camera, so if you have any complaints about the halftime camera work, that was yours truly here.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that,
yeah.
Steve. I'm sorry. I could have done that. Well, I guess you wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah, I would gladly let you do that.
I haven't seen Steve this disgusted.
With what?
With having to go up there and handle the camera work.
It's just it's like yeah.
Okay, Jake Ford down the middle. Let's go. 1 yard, Jakey. That's all we need. 1 yard, Jake.
Jake Ford in at the running back position.
Jake Ford.
There's a handoff to Jake. He didn't get it, Jack. He did not get it.
I don't know. Let's see.
You're short. You had to get to the 15, and he barely got to the 16.
Wow. That's not good.
Well, a very dejected Lions offense coming off the field. Yeah, Jack, this is this is when you start getting inside your own head. And, Coach Hollins talked about the fact that the young men on this team have not turned on each other, and they've been trying to pick each other up. But I know they're frustrated. And we'll be out in Lubbock next week at Lubbock Trinity Christian. Game time at 7. Handoff to Jones. Still driving his feet. Still on his feet. And pulls about 5 or 6 Lions for an extra 7 or 8 yards after they hit him. Corbin on the tackle there, and even he's frustrated. So, you just don't have a lot of answers right now, Jack.
Yeah, Jones has had a tremendous game for Southwest Christian today. He's just going to keep on grinding it. Well, you've had at least one fumble, but recovered by themselves. But maybe we get another fumble here, Steve. Who knows?
The clock is running. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left of the game. Lions trailing 21-14. Pitch to Jones out around the right side. Runs into one of his own players and then dives forward over the 35-yard line.
Austin there. Corbin Irwin is down.
Yep, Corbin Irwin is down. And,
what is he holding his shoulder here?
Well, he's holding his helmet. He's not moving his left leg. I wonder if he got rolled up on or got caught. Boy, this would be an absolutely devastating blow here, Jack.
When you were out for the Cistercian game, and so was Corbin, and they just ran it right up the gut on us and against the Cistercian. So,
yeah, they're looking at his left leg. He may have got it caught up in that pile up, or somebody rolled up on him. Well, this game is hard enough when you've got your starters and people you've been practicing with, that you went to camp with, that you had spring workouts with. But man, when you lose so many players due to injury, man, it just exacerbates every little thing.
Yeah, and we're getting down to some of the backup to the backups to the backups in some of these positions, and it makes it hard. Kate Johnson better get ready. He may have to go in at wide receiver or cornerback before too long.
Well, and again, you got such a young team. One of your biggest offensive weapons, Jace Walker, who's
young and inexperienced.
Young and inexperienced, yeah. Jace Walker, that you can put him at running back. And Coach Holland talked about they put him in a slot receiver, wide receiver positions, and he's just such a threat anytime he's on the field. And losing him last week was huge, and he's out. I hope he would make it back before the end of the season. With 3 games left, we'll see. But right now, all the concern focused on Corbin Irwin, who's down on the field.
Yes, it's not good, too. It looks like it may have been a left knee. Just saw a quick look at that play. It just kind of slipped out from underneath him. Maybe it's just a quick sprain, but it just didn't look good at all. Oh, yeah, it looks – I can't tell if he went for his knee or he just kind of ended up falling.
Jack looking at the broadcast here on replay, just running it back. All right, Corbin's getting up with some assistance. And this is not good, though, because they are having to help him off the field. He cannot put any weight on that left leg. I can't tell if it's a knee or an ankle. Coach Mingledorf and Coach Holland assisting Corbin off the field. Boy, a big blow here to your defense. Yeah, he's trying to put weight on it now. I think it's a knee, Jack.
Yeah, it looked like a knee. I couldn't tell if it got hit or he kind of slipped out underneath it. I think it may have been a combo of both.
Southwest Christian is going to line up to run a play. We're going to help. We're trying to get our injured player off the field first before you run a play. Oh, man. Well, Jack, you hate to see that, man. Charlie Donovan in to help Corbin get over to the trainer's table. Dad Barry down on the sideline to try to get an idea from Coach Ashley what the situation is. Well, we're going to pray that Corbin's better. Heavenly Father, pray for Corbin and healing over him in Jesus' name. Meantime, there's a handoff to Jones up the middle. Dives forward for the first down.
Yep.
That'll move the chains. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. The Lions do have one timeout left. Luke Kelly and Tyler Brown on the stop, but that's a first down for the Eagles. Another one-score game here, Jack, where this is one of those games I think the Lions really felt, especially, you go out to a 14-0 lead. I think everybody really felt like, hey, this is our game. We've got control of this. And it's a game that I think they felt like they could and should win.
Yeah.
But, man, they have not had an answer for the running game of the Eagles.
I want to go back and look at that play. It looked like he just slipped, but it also looked like he may have gotten hit on that knee as well.
Jones out into Lions territory, finally taking Tyler Brown down on the takedown.
I love Tyler Brown's energy he's got. He's thinking he's going to get that ball out of there.
Lions use their last timeout. So stopping the clock, but that's a big first down run. Jones has had an absolutely monumental night tonight. Can't say I've appreciated the extracurricular celebrations in the end zone personally, but he's definitely had a good game. Well, Jack, we travel to Lubbock next week. A somewhat beleaguered.
Checking that knee out on Corbin, by the way. So.
Yep. A beleaguered, they're bending it and stuff, so he's getting some motion there. Coach Mingledorf and the trainers down on the sideline. Yeah, you got a beleaguered, injured, and frustrated team headed out to Lubbock next week.
I think we talked about it last year when we had that All Saints game. I think I said this before. We just need a bunch more players.
Man, you're not lying. I was talking to Braxton Corley about that before the game, and it's like, man, you've got – what do we need to do here for the program? You need kids to stay here and help build the foundation of a program. And yeah, it's frustrating for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're hopeful that Corbin's okay. I would guess he's probably going to get that looked at tonight, MRI or some sort of observation tonight. Or first thing in the morning for sure. Looks like the Eagles are going to maybe hopefully take a knee here. Yep, and they do. Well, man, that gum. Again, another game I think that the Lions really thought they had a game plan for coming into this game, really thought that they could and should win this game, and to put themselves in a great position to do that right off the bat with a 14-0 lead, but then it's been all Eagles since. The Lions have not scored since the first quarter, and the Eagles are going to win this one 21-14. They're going to take another knee, and this will give them their first win in the district. They'll go 1-1. The Lions will go 0-2 in district. Head out to Lubbock Trinity Christian next week, as we mentioned. We'll bring you the broadcast. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m.
Well, maybe we'll make the trip and have some good times out in Lubbock, Steve.
See if the Eagles don't even have to snap the ball again. So teams are going to line up.
Corbin's got quite a hitch in his giddy up, but at least he's moving that a little bit.
He's mobile. He's on his own. He's up. That's a very good sign. So, well, final score here: Eagles Southwest Christian 21, Lions 14. For Jack Wharton, Steve Anthony saying so long from Grapevine Ford Field. We'll see you next week from Lubbock Trinity Christian.